Set to entertain the Royals in tonight's series opener. Looking to rebound from dropping 3 of 4 to the Padres. Tommy Henry takes the hill in his season debut. Arizona State baseball moved up another 3 spots in the latest USA Today coaches poll.
Although they got the Royals,
they should after winning 2 of 3 against the
Washington.
Fine. Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 9. Everywhere on the free iHeartRadio.
They were one. It's over. It's all over.
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah,
no,
they suck.
They stink. They're tied for the National League West. All tied up.
So, Manuch, Will Levis is all of a sudden the
temperatures getting up to about 91 degrees, and then for tonight, clear skies. Those temperatures down in the mid-60s. I saw some today that said Will Anderson's going to. Brennan.
This report is sponsored by SRP.
SRP offers solutions that help you customize your account for your lifestyle. Choose the day you pay your bill, sign up for alerts, and more. Get started at srp.net/easy.
Not that early. Not at 3. Not at 3.
All right, guys, here we go.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
I want Iguodala.
Injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. Interact.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. And always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy.
All right, you guys are hot?
On Fox Sports 910.
A good Monday to you, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B and Jack from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. We got Spence and Ben back to the iHeartRadio studios in downtown Phoenix, and we got you for the next 3 hours here on, what's the station again? Fox Sports 910.
That's
right?
it.
Just check it, Jimmy.
Yep.
I expect a lot out of you this week. You had a little bit of a rough week last week.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel rejuvenated?
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I'll take a couple more days off. I think that helps.
Okay. All right.
Did you run out of Prevagen last week? Is that what happened? I mean,
Things okay at home?
I'm doing great. No, I'm doing fine.
So you didn't play good yesterday?
I sucked yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I drove a par 4. Okay.
See, I hate you already.
Drove a par 4.
Yeah.
And I was 4 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at you over there.
4 feet.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 2 putts.
Get out. Oh, are you serious?
I lost my threw the ball through the
Oh, man.
I was
I'm
so
sorry
mad.
I missed that.
Drive a par 4 was
What was it? What?
maybe 330, 340.
Did you cut the corner?
No, I just hit it
You
good.
crushed
It rolled up probably. I couldn't see it so far.
Right.
So I get up and I thought it was a range bar because it was off the side. Oh, that's not my ball. And sure enough, I saw our logo on it, and there it was. And then I had it, and the greens again here is super fast. I don't know, 12 maybe.
Yeah.
And literally, I just tapped, and it just kind of spun. And these guys didn't say, okay. Good.
Yeah, good.
I got it too.
Sure, yeah.
Right. And then they literally said, I thought for sure because I missed it, and they're like, "Oh, that's good." Usually, it was in the rubber.
Sure.
No. And I was so mad because I missed the first one. And even the guy I was playing with, he's like, "Dude, walk away." I'm like, "F that! I'm freaking gonna, And I missed it, and then I lost my freaking marbles. I literally lost it. Because I was like, I shot like a 41 on the front, so I'm on the back.
That's good.
And this is hole number 3, so I was double. Then I figured out when I got 2, I would have been even. Right. I would have had a great round. Yeah. And then that just stuck with me the rest of the round. So.
That's going to stick with you for a long time, right?
And it was funny because I was watching something on the Golf Channel that yesterday morning, and they were talking about a couple players, and they said, John Rahm, that he's got goldfish memory. If he has a bad shot, he thinks goldfish. Goldfish don't think, right? So you just let it go.
Yep, it's gone.
And I'm literally telling my buddy Jack I'm playing golf with him. I'm like, goldfish. I was pissed.
It's like some of those bad passes I had Rock, I just forgot about them. That's why I'm still good on the golf course. I just can forget about that shot.
Man, that's hard to do.
It is what it is.
And the guys are, they felt bad because they got quiet.
Right.
They're like, You drive the green.
Well, I'd yell at
You just did, my man.
Rock, make sure you take your Danzaprim out there on the golf course.
yeah.
That'll mellow you out.
Took a freaking, you know what?
Yeah. All right.
It's a
So,
medicinal.
so you've birdied par fives.
Oh yeah,
I'm not. I mean, not birdied. Eagled par fives. Have you eagled a par five?
a few in my
Okay.
day.
I never have
Really?
because I can't hit it far enough.
Oh, okay.
Okay. However, I have eagled 3 par fours. Just by what you said, I hit a real good drive. Second shot rolls on the green, goes in the cup.
Ugh.
And so I've had 3 eagles on par four.
So, Rock,
Get a putting lesson from Jimmy.
Get a putting lesson from
No,
Jimmy.
so I'm actually got a new putter. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean today. So, I bought a new grip. It came. I got a new Philadelphia Eagles grip. Put on my,
So
put
it
on
had
my-
to be the clubs.
I've been switching putters like every other week. You know, I got a
You
putting
can't
grip in
do
my
that.
backyard.
But here's the
You
thing,
can't
Jimmy.
do that.
Rock
You
gave
can't
me
switch.
a putting tip about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Been great. He gave me the putting. It's the teacher telling the student.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
the worst.
wow, I got this.
You haven't
Some
played
people-
golf in 15 years.
Some people are better coaches. Hey, we're out here at the CAZ Sportsbook. Let's get into some of the top stories, which is always brought to you by the Sportsbook here and the Sports Bar for all your Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL playoffs. It's all here, all the screens. They have 46 4K flat screen television. They also have 2 theater quality projection screens. They got the Sportsbook with the self-service kiosk, and they have the Roc and Manuch lager on draft. So you're going to try that when you come on out here. But tomorrow, the Suns look to finish off the Clippers as a clash in Game 5 in downtown Phoenix. As they regain home court advantage after taking both games in LA. They've won 3 straight overall since that series opening loss. A win tomorrow would send them to the second round for the 3rd straight year, and I believe would start on Saturday.
If Denver eliminates Minnesota.
So, you know, here we talk about this game. Of course, we'll get into it quite a bit. Tim Kempton's going to join us in about 25 minutes. We'll get his thoughts on this game as well I should say Saturday's game, and then this one that's going to be tomorrow. But you know, I was looking at some stories, and you know, Associated Press is where we typically get a lot of our stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the headline they had was Suns take commanding series lead over Clippers. And then they got into the story and says Suns cruised to a 112-100 victory. That was far from a cruise.
That is
so
correct.
that's something I'm going to talk to Tim Kempton. What is it going to take for this team to blow out somebody? It's so hard to watch this team sometimes. They should be destroying the Clippers without having anybody there.
Well, what happens is the first quarter gets away from them, and you see these leads, back-to-back leads in the first quarter. It's almost that they come out very lethargic and not so much haphazard. They kind of ease into the game, and then the fourth quarter, they've been closing out the fourth quarter, which has been good.
Somebody steps up.
Somebody steps
up.
up.
CP3.
Yeah, it's just as though that the urgency factor kicks in, and I think a lot of folks have echoed what you're saying, Rob. Why can't you people this team get the big lead instead of being tied at halftime or being down at halftime and then coming out in the third quarter? And even in the third quarter, they've struggled. But
You mean like what we saw the Lakers do against Memphis, where they just destroyed them in the first quarter?
that's the thing. They jump on the lead. And the other thing that Monty's been talking about is anytime the Suns struggles, that they're giving up close to 60 points in the second half.
Right.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them. But this time, it was pretty much hustle plays, CP3 hitting some shots, Kevin Durant making some big shots. And then, oh, my goodness, how about DA getting some offensive rebounds or some putbacks around the boards and not allowing this team to get back into the game at the end?
Let me say something about what we're discussing right now. And I try to remind listeners that the opposition are all professional basketball players who have enormous egos and do not want to get blown out of a game. So if you look at Russell Westbrook, right now he's the MVP. He is a one-man wrecking crew and is playing sensational basketball. He looks like he did when he was at OKC. Then you get some other guys who are contributing for the Clippers. They are of the mentality, we do not want to lose. And they are playing lights-out basketball, and they are forcing the Suns to go to what Manuch just talked about, having to step it up a notch when you get to the fourth quarter. And that changes everything. The other night, when we saw the Lakers and Memphis, the Memphis came out like,
oh, this is cool. We're here in Los Angeles and we're having a good time. And Dylan Brooks is going to hit LeBron in his manhood and we're just going to have fun. And the Lakers destroyed them, just destroyed them. The Clippers are a more seasoned unit, and that is why I'm not going to say it's been a struggle. I'll just say that's why it is not a blowout. That like what you would like to.
Ty Lue's their head coach.
Yes, and he's a terrific.
He's been there, done that. He's won championships.
Yes.
I think from that standpoint, Jimmy, that's to your point. Yeah, these guys are all NBA players. They're phenomenal shooters.
They are.
But I just don't understand the lack of defense. Knowing what you just said about Russell Westbrook, why they can double team and prevent him from going to the rim time after time after time,
can't stop
and not be able to stop
3
him.
minutes.
That's the frustration I think for Suns fans is to see him get them back into a game. His 3-point shooting, man, was off the chart. We make 3 the other day. So again, why can't they double team him or stop him or prevent him from getting to the rim time and time again?
I just think it's so tough that the two superstars for the Suns have logged 40+ minutes in each of these first 4 games.
Yeah,
how's that not going to catch up? I know yesterday a day off, and Friday they actually didn't shoot.
Okay,
but I don't know, man. I think it's going to be an issue. That's a lot of minutes for your 2 stars, especially one that is injured riddled quite a bit.
I'm going to kind of disagree with what you just said.
You're more welcome to.
With the
Not kind of, just disagree.
No, because he has validity to his point. However, you're talking about a guy, and we'll start with Durant first, who hadn't played at all, Rock, through the season. He was nursing the knee injury. Then he rolled his ankle when he came back. And so everybody is like, oh, God, you got to be careful. You got to put him in bubble wrap. He's playing away. No, this is the way Durant is getting himself prepared for the next round and the round after that. Devin Booker is 26. He's a kid.
Yeah,
he can run all day, all night, and do it again the next 3 days before he gets tired. My point is I understand perfectly where people are concerned about the minutes. However, it doesn't really play into this round because they are getting breaks in between for recovery. And I just, it's the playoffs. Their mentality now is, I'm going to play every minute if I have to win.
He would. I just think it's just sad that they have to put in these minutes for this team to win against a team like the Clippers who don't have their 2 best players.
Now, that's a very
what campaign out really throws a wrench in everything. With him out, you got to play Shamet, which is like why? But you have to. You have to play him and then move Booker here, but only 9 points off the bench. I think Monty realizes he's going to lose that. But the other thing, too, is the Suns aren't playing at a breakneck pace where KD's getting up and down, up and down, up and down. If this was Showtime, that 45 minutes.
That's another good
That
point.
would be a whole nother realm.
If they were playing Sacramento or Golden State, now you got concerns because if you've watched that series, and it is a phenomenal series, it is racehorse basketball at its finest. And now you have De'Aaron Fox dueling with Steph Curry, although we'll get into Fox's finger injury here a little later in the show. But it has been so much fun to watch that series.
Hey, coming up, it's your Valley Chevy Dealers Plays of the Weekend. Yes, our Sounds of the Weekend. As we're just getting started out here at the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Appreciate you hanging out with us today. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here on Fox Sports 910.
It all starts April 27th.
Welcome, football fans.
3 days.
This is an exciting night.
259 names. And one place that will cover all the action. The first round kicks off at 5 p.m. right here on Fox Sports 910.
Whether it's beer and wings with the guys or a steak or ribs with that special someone, Tavern Grill Scottsdale is the place to be. Tavern Grill is now the home of Huss Brewing Company's Roc and Manuch Lager. Tavern Grill Scottsdale at 8880 East Via Linda.
At Lerner and Rowe, we don't have empty slogans or make empty promises. What we do have is a history of proven results. Interac, need a check? We've collected billions of dollars for our clients, with over $1 billion recovered in the past 5 years alone. Make one call, that's all. And we have a team of legal professionals standing by, waiting to begin working on your case the moment you call. Call Lerner and Rowe today. Find out why we've been voted best law firm in Arizona for the past 8 years in a row.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Vans Golf Shops for the hottest new rivals from Titleist. Check out the new Pro V1 golf balls designed for longer distance, more consistency, and unrivaled control. Swing by Vans Golf Shops and elevate your game with the new TSR Woods. Engineered faster, longer, and straighter. Come in and get custom fit for free today. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, unmatched expertise, unmatched service. You hear it now, the lawyer ads, and I'll repeat it in this one. All personal injury attorneys are not the same. Sure, we all claim to do the same things, but that's where the similarities between Lerner & Rowe and other law firms end. Lerner & Rowe was recently named the second most influential law firm in the country, and we've collected billions of dollars for our clients, with over $1 billion in the last 5 years alone. If you want real results after you've been hurt in a car wreck, call Lerner & Rowe today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Right Toyota, the #1 volume Toyota dealer in the state of Arizona, ensures you a buying experience that will exceed all your expectations. Check it out for yourself. Located just off the 101 on Franklin Wright Boulevard in Scottsdale and online at righttoyota.com.
Shopping for a mortgage? Big bangs can be a big hassle. Call GC Global Capital and work with a local team of mortgage experts for great rates and lower fees, more options, and faster closings. Don't let your dream home purchase turn into a nightmare. Call the professionals at GC Global Capital, 480-397-9300. GC Global Capital, your local mortguage professionals. GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker, NMLS 109118, license NB 92493, an equal opportunity lender.
The big guy. I say
Duke's Sports Grill on Miller and McDowell. 12 pool tables and 3 shuffleboard tables.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
Coldest draft beer in town.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
3 patios right on the greenbelt. 1 non-smoking.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
More than 60 TVs playing your favorite sports.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
Saturdays and Sundays, build your own Bloody Mary bar. Duke's.
Rock's taking another vacation.
Dukes, where? Dukes, Miller and McDowell.
Rock lives the most.
Golf game so we can make a 4-foot putt.
He's raising money for a tournament.
We're here protecting property rights, advocating for the issues that affect our neighborhoods, here championing fair and equitable housing for all. Because we're realtors, bound by a code of ethics, driven to serve our communities. We're here for it all, here for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Time for the Valley Chevy dealers' top plays of the week.
Dancing and looking and directing traffic, and look at the length of this
Aaron
play.
Rodgers just got traded officially.
Murray to the 10, to the 5, and he's going to convert it. That's unbelievable.
Oh, you guys are hot.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer. Set up a test drive by heading to valleychevy.com. Now today's top plays on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910.
Well, before we get into that, some news that just hit, thanks to our reporter Jax, as he is reporting. Jax is reporting that the trade with the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets has finally come to fruition, and Aaron Rodgers is now a Jet.
Yeah, do we know
Finally.
the details of it yet?
Yes, Jimmy. So the Jets will be getting Aaron Rodgers, pick number 15 of this year, and a 2023 fifth-round pick, which is 170, right? So the Packers, on the other hand, get pick 13, so they go up 2 spots, a second-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and a conditional 2024 second-round pick that could become a first if Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps.
Okay.
So you got the Packers went up 2 spots, got a second-round pick, a 6th-round pick of this year, and a potential first-round pick for next year.
If he plays 60%.
If he plays 65%. And then the Jets got Rodgers. They go 2 to 15, and they got a 5th-round pick. So it's pretty even on both sides. I thought the Packers were going to have to get more out of it. What are your thoughts?
I think they acquiesced. I think they want to make this move. They got the draft coming up Thursday. I think Rodgers is moving on. Love's going to be our guy. Here's a couple of other picks that we're going to get. Let's go ahead and utilize. And we either thought that they might do this before the draft or before June 1st. So right now, this sounds like the Packers said, okay, enough's enough. Let's move on. Let's take the Band-Aid off. Let's go heal this. Let's go make this trade and never look back and move on from there. I just find it so ironic. Some of the all-time great quarterbacks of Green Bay Packers have gone on to the Jets. That's their second stop. And from that standpoint, it does not surprise me. It's before the draft.
So let's recap this one more time. Jets get Aaron Rodgers. They get the 15th pick and the 5th round pick, which will be number 170 in this year's draft. And the Packers get number 13. They get the 2nd round pick, which is 42, the 6th round pick, which is 207, and a conditional 2024 2nd round pick, which becomes a first if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the plays. So there you have it. That, according to Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport, both with the announcement in the last 5 minutes.
I think that this is not only New York City is going to blow up. Not only are the Knicks right now on the edge of moving to the next round in the playoffs, but now the Jets have Aaron Rodgers, a legit QB who can take them into the playoffs this coming football season.
Well, we talked about this last year, guys. The only thing they were missing was basically a solid quarterback. They need a great guy. They need a solid quarterback. And White, I thought, did a good job of Yeoman's job of coming in. He's now gone to Miami. Zach Wilson was an absolute mess on and off the field.
Yeah, I agree.
Joe Flacco tried to do as best as he could, but now they say with their defense and some of the weapons they have offensively, that they've got a guy that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. If they can get 2 or 3 years out of him and he goes off in the sunlight, now you give yourself a chance.
Yep.
So now I'll be very curious to see what the Jets do with their remaining picks throughout the draft. And then again, free agency still abounds. And you could also package some of the picks that you've gotten from Green Bay to maybe go find somebody else that's going to add
that's a good
to that
point.
offense.
That's a good point. They might pack up a couple of picks that they still have and see what they can do. I think that they're going to be – I wish Hard Knocks was doing the Jets because I think they're going to be one of the most interesting teams this coming fall.
So get ready to see Jets a lot on television. You got the Bills twice. They got Kansas City. They got Dallas. They got Philly this year. So you're going to see those games as they'll be the Monday night game, they'll be the Thursday night game, or the Sunday night game, I should say. And now that we can flex too, which will be nice. But there you have it, Jets fans. Let's see if you don't screw this up. I will tell you, though, the way that they are positioning Aaron Rodgers and listening to the, Jet fans that are in the media, which is a lot of them, it's Jet fans and Patriots fans, right? Because it's, ESPN and the Northeast and things of that sort. But they're acting like he's going to be bigger than Joe Namath. And I just don't see it. I think that comparison would take place if they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Because they haven't won the Super Bowl since '69 with Joe Willie. So I don't see that taking place unless he gets them to the Super Bowl, and he probably would have to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I also think you got to remember the persona of one Joe Willie Namath was huge. He's just his persona.
Yes.
And then he wins the Super Bowl, and they never really did anything after that. They contended a little bit, and he's a guy that threw for a lot of yards. But Joe Willie, one of my idols growing up, he won that Super Bowl. But I think it's his persona is no quarterback will ever get bigger than that initial persona from 65 to 72 before he got traded. Now, if Aaron can come in and play nice with the media and
that's
win
the
a
thing.
Super Bowl,
that's the part I want to see. I want to see how he fits in there in New York.
Sure.
I mean, he's been in the league for 20 years, right? So he
knows
can handle it, but you coming from Green Bay, where you may have 10 people, I'd add another couple zeros on that.
That's it.
I mean, he's going to get bombarded, and there are those folks there in New York that are going to go after him.
Sure. And I think with Joe Namath, Joe was so accommodating, he was friendly, good old Joe, as they would say, and he participated. He was smart. He went along with the game, and, he dealt with it. He always fessed up. But you're right, Rock. I tell you what, this guy pushes back or they're struggling, they'll just lambaste him
3 minutes
if he shows any of that surliness or not cooperating. But I think that this is that piece they needed. if they're going to win the AFC East and overtake the Bills or maybe Miami, then they need him if they have a shot at doing that. But heads up Buffalo, heads up Miami.
Yep.
I think the other contenders. I don't know if the Patriots are going to be.
I don't think so.
They might be 800 team, but I just think it's going to be the
500
Bills,
team,
Bills, Miami, and then the Jets. Maybe not so much that order, but to win that championship.
I think the thing that Rock alluded to about the way the media works in New York, and I lived it for a while, they are bloodthirsty. They are like sharks in the water looking for anything to attack. And the thing that will cure all that is winning. If he wins, he's going to get a pretty much not a free ride, but that is going to be a much smoother transition than if they struggle.
His numbers came down this past year, okay? And had a bad year, even though they're coming off a playoff.
A lot of rookie
right?
receivers, a lot of inexperienced guys.
Even if he's no longer an elite quarterback, he's still a very good player at that position.
Sure.
But he needs to go in there right away, and they have to be in playoff contention right away
from the
get-go.
AFC
East. I mean, there's no. I don't see you're ever going to get another, Aaron Rodgers MVP level. I mean, he's 39,
38.
So I just think that it's just going to be tough.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can, because he's been declining his production, his performance. I mean, it just has not been that good lately. I mean, even this. Manuch, you can critique him. I mean, he's overthrowing guys, he's underthrowing guys. I mean. And I know a lot of that is the young receivers, but you're a quarterback as good as he is, you should be able to overcome some of that.
It was interesting that he really fought that the mistake those young men had on the field versus working with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I really felt that, Aaron, look, you got to play at the hand you're dealt. You got to work with these kids, and they started to come on. And you're right, a lot of misses here and there. Where a lot of them were the receivers, if you really look at the routes.
Right.
But you look at it. You got Lazard and Corey Davis. You got guys coming out of
Garrett Wilson,
yeah,
Nicole Hardman.
Yeah, I mean, you got weapons.
They
now.
got players.
Yeah, and I think for all of us guys, it's okay. Here it is, Aaron. Go make it happen because you're expected to make it happen.
Hey, we'll move our plays of the week from Valley Chevy later in the show, but join us tomorrow at El Bandino Tequila at Barrio Queen. We'll be there from 1 to 4 at the Tempe Marketplace location. We encourage you to stop by and have some incredible, authentic Mexican food and try the new El Bandino Yankee Tequila. That's tomorrow live from Barrio Queen in Tempe. So, Suns hope to close it all out. Game 5, we're going to catch up with Tim Kempton, the Suns radio analyst, get his thoughts in Game 4, and then look ahead to tomorrow. We're live at the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Behold. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Tommy Henry's going to take them out at his season debut for the Diamondbacks as they entertain the Royals. In tonight's series opener, D-backs looking to rebound from dropping 3 of 4 to the Padres. Arizona State baseball moved up another 3 spots in the latest USA Today Coaches Poll. They're now number 18 in the land after taking 2 of 3 against Oregon State over the weekend. The Cardinals are hosting an NFL draft watch party outside of State Farm Stadium on Thursday. They hold the number 3 pick. And the Suns can move on to the Western Conference semis with a win against the Clippers in tomorrow's Game 5 at home. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Arizona's largest locally owned A-plus BDB-rated towing company is All City Towing. They're always looking to add motivated and competitive team members. Do you fit the bill? If so, head on over to allcitytowing.com/careers for more information.
Make the right choice, Wright Toyota in North Scottsdale. There are so many dealers to choose from, but there's only one that truly cares about the people here in Arizona. Wright Toyota is family owned. They are not some huge corporation led by a bunch of bean counters that are all just concerned with the bottom line. The family at Wright Toyota invests in the community and local charities. Proceeds from every car sold goes directly back to the people in need. Wright Toyota is even dog friendly. If you just want to shop from home, log on to WrightToyota.com GCClubCapitals.com for their full inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. That's right, the right place, the right selection, the right people. Right Toyota on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in Scottsdale and online at righttoyota.com.
Well, you won't go wrong. I wouldn't have gone wrong. At Wright Toyota, well, you won't go wrong. I wouldn't have gone wrong. At Wright Toyota, well, you won't go wrong. I wouldn't have gone wrong.
Time to get in on real estate investments. GC Global Capital has financing with no income verification. Call 480-397-9300. GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker and MLS 1091187. License NV092493, an equal opportunity employer.
When we make your meal, this is where we start. Traditional old world recipes passed down through generations. But then we add some modern flair and spice up your Italian dining with contemporary flavor combinations. The result, the perfect fusion of new and old world traditions and a meal you'll never.
You guys saw that Fox is out, right? The comfort and cuisine of. You guys saw that Fox is out, right?
Sign up. That's Code Sports, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Part of the Phoenix Suns NBA Finals team, NBA and Suns color analyst Tim Kempton now joins the Roc and Manuch Show on Fox Sports 910 on FM at 99.9 HD2.
Quick as a cat.
Devin Booker, Kevin Durant combined for 61 points to put the Suns ahead 3-1 against the Clippers in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Joining us now, as he always does, nice enough to make time for us, and that's Tim Kempton, the Suns color analyst and former NBA star. How are we doing today, Tim? What's going on?
No, doing well. Enjoying being back in the Valley, waiting for Game 5 to roll around, and enjoying watching these other games that are going on.
Are we going to see a game here soon where the Suns can just dominate from the beginning and just blow a team out? I think a lot of Suns fans are hoping for that type of game, and we just haven't seen it. You know, I think going in, you lose your top two guys for the Clips. Suns should have been able to manhandle these guys.
Well, what do you think this is, the middle of January?
Yes.
42? It's a playoff.
Yep.
The blowout. The L.A. Clippers are not going anywhere. You got Russell Westbrook playing at a very high level. He's dragging these guys along with him. Vijay Zubac and Mason Plumlee are two of the biggest guys in the NBA. And then you got Bones Highland, Terrence Mann. All these guys are playing hard. They're not. Here's the thing: they've had this situation all year long without Kawhi and without Paul George. They're used to playing like this, and they made it to the fifth position in the Western Conference standings to get into the playoffs. This team they're tough, they're physical, they're very well coached, and hey, Suns went out and got two wins on the road. Do you want to blow out? How about we just just win 4 games and move on.
There you go.
That?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So, Tim, I guess for a lot of you talk about Westbrook and just he's had 2 phenomenal games. Is just there no way to stop him going to the rim? I mean, if he's the guy, what do you do? How do you do it? Or are you just going to let him get his?
He is the most competitive player in the NBA. There is no one else in the league. And you can say LeBron, you can say anybody you want. There is no one else in the league that competes as hard as Russell Westbrook. He's still very explosive. He's still very talented. He can get to the rim. So, no, you just have to play him the way you are. Play him straight up. Prefer that he shoots a pull-up jump shot. When he gets his feet underneath him and he doesn't hesitate from behind the arc, he's shooting a high percentage. The second he hesitates from behind the arc or in that mid-range area, you've got the shot that you want to take. The way to play him, and first and foremost, don't give him transition buckets. If he gets the ball off the glass, you have to corral him with 2 people. You can't let him go one-on-one because he's going to get to the rim and he's probably going to get a foul call too. So Russell Westbrook is still the best competitor in the league.
I'm with you 100% on that. The other big talking point, and I tried to give a different angle on it, so now I want to ask a guy who played the game at the level that you played, Tim, and that's the minutes factor. People are talking about, well, Durant's playing so many minutes. Booker's playing so many minutes. My point is, it's the playoffs. Durant missed 3/4 of the season anyway. Booker's 26 years old. He can run all day and all night. Are you a minutes guy, or are you a guy that say, hey, look, this is what we live, breathe, eat, drink, sleep is basketball?
Yeah, this is the playoffs. And in today's day and age, I talked about this with someone else the other day. They have massage therapists. They have Nortec booths. They've got all this equipment in the practice facility. They had an extra day off between the last game and this one. They're fine. Like you said, this is the time of year that you want to play every minute of every game. TV timeouts, Monty using his timeouts, game stoppages. There's plenty of way to get these guys rest. End of quarter, take them out with a minute. That turns into 5 or 6 minutes rest, going into the next quarter. So, no, I'm not worried about the minutes. Would I like to see the bench play a bigger role? Sure. Yes, because I thought they were balanced and their depth was good during the season, and they've gone away from it. Hopefully, if they win this series, they can get back to a little bit more of a rotation, and that starts with getting Cameron Payne back. Let's not forget that Cameron Payne hasn't played in this series at all, so there's a big factor. Those other guys feed off Cameron Payne, the Josh Okogis, the Torrey Craigs, Jock Landell, and everything. So it may be, a little bit of a waterfall effect with Cameron Payne not playing, affecting these other guys' minutes as well.
Tim, I had a chance to listen to the majority of the second half, driving around last night, and you talk about KD, the 31 points, 11 rebounds. I think you alluded to the point of where with the minutes, you're starting to see the Kevin Durant that the Suns bought. It looks like he's comfortable. He's playing his game. Might have taken him a while, but it looked like he was hitting on all cylinders for the first time in, 12 games for the Suns team.
Yeah, and you got to remember that. He's only played in the regular season 8 games, now these games in the playoffs. So every competitive scenario that you put him in is with this group, they're all just going to get better. I mean, you look at the balance in that starting 5, it's unbelievable. The rebounding, the buckets, the efficiency, the shooting percentage, the assists are still there. So, yeah, I think, he's an easy plug and play because of his talents and his basketball IQ and the other guys around him, Chris Paul and Devin Booker, most notably, even Torrey Craig in that situation. But, yeah, I think every game they're going to get more comfortable and it'll become, even more enjoyable to watch.
So, Tim, you're saying you think the Suns are feeling it right now as a team now that they're getting some more time together?
Yeah, I think they're feeling very good. You split the first 2 games with them, then you go and win 2 tough games on the road. You come back, you have an opportunity to close it out, 4-1 on your home court in the first round of the playoffs. I think they are feeling good feeling very confident and happy with the way they're playing and the way these games are going.
I want to ask you about the play down low on the block, and you referenced Mason Plumlee, how well he's been playing. He's been playing better than Zubac has. And Devin, not Devin, DeAndre Ayton, thank you. DeAndre Ayton is doing okay against him, but what else could he do which would be more beneficial for the Suns on the block, Tim?
Well, what could happen is when he rotates to close out on a guard that got beat off the dribble coming down the middle of the lane, one of those guards can crack down on Mason Plumlee. That's what he can do. I totally disagree. If you watch the film, DeAndre is playing exceptionally well. Every time that he's one-on-one with Mason or Zubac, he's holding his own, getting rebounds. I mean, he's the only one he's the only one out of the three averaging the double-double in this series and double-figure rebounds in this series. So I think DeAndre is doing exceptionally well, at his position and guarding those guys when it's one-on-one. That's the beauty of DeAndre Ayton. He doesn't
3 minutes.
Big. If there's a switch on the perimeter, he'll jump out on that. If there's a guy coming down the middle, he steps up, makes them make a pass. You always just want to make them make one more pass and see if the defense can get a hand, if it can get a stop, if it forces them to take a shot that they're not comfortable with. So, yes, Zubac and Mason Plumlee are big. They're strong. They don't leave that 5-foot ring around the basket where DeAndre does. So DeAndre's play, I think, has been phenomenal in this series in everything that the Suns have asked him to do.
Is there a reason that we're not seeing Jock Landale? Did they just think Biyombo is a better matchup right now against the Clippers?
I guess so, and it has played out well. The guy that we talked most about is you watch anytime Bismack Biyombo jumps on a switch on Russell Westbrook, he passes the ball.
2 minutes.
Westbrook does not want to have anything to do with Bismack Biyombo. He again is one of those guys that has the ability to jump out and play multiple positions. He'll just switch on the pick and roll, exposed, and then his shot blocking has definitely been something that's been good for the Phoenix Suns. They haven't needed all that offense from Jock Landale, as he's a better offensive player than Bismack, because the starters and the first five are doing such a good job. And when he's out there, Monty's keeping two starters on the floor with him, whether it be Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul. So he's not. If he catches on a pick and roll, Bismack or an offensive putback. But right now they like his defense matchup against the Clippers better than Jock Landale.
As Tim Kempton, always nice to us to give us some time to talk some Phoenix Suns. We'll be back at it tomorrow night at
1
7
minute.
o'clock. Tim, thank you so much. Have a good day off. We'll talk to you down the road.
Thanks a lot, guys.
So
Talk
7
to you
o'clock. 7 o'clock tomorrow. Of course, Tim and John Bloom and the rest of the crew, they do a nice job. TNT, Bally Sports Arizona will have the call. Currently, the Suns are 11.5-point favorite.
Wow.
Phoenix is a minus 750 on the money line. LA is a plus 525, and the over/under of the game is set right now at 224.5. That courtesy of the Sportsbook right here at Casino Arizona. So good stuff there. He's brought to you by All City Towing as they continue to hire. They got new vehicles, so they need more people to drive. That's right, new vehicles, so they're already a huge fleet. Head to allcitytowing.com. That's allcitytowing.com. Just search careers. Coming up, it's on this day, plus I need to share a couple things that I want to get into because I'm a little disappointed at something.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
You disappointed in something?
Yeah, just a little
Okay.
bit. A little bit. I mean, we got to move our sounds. Where are we going to do that?
Can we get you a binky or something like that?
No.
That make you feel better?
So Jimmy, do you want to start on me right now? Because I got something for you at 2:45 that I can't wait, and I may just do it next because I think it's worthy of once an hour. I'm serious. I think it's worthy for once an hour because it's breaking news for all you short people out there. I'll tell you what that's all about next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Hey, Rockman, have you cut any tees for Frank Sanders? Give me 1 second.
Tell your smart speaker to play Fox Sports 910.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito. El Premium Tequila made from 100% Blue River agave in the Highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco Pasado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness with that tequila burn. It's why the medals and another list is World's Top Tequila by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar or restaurant in all 7 Barrio locations. Go to elbandito.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila game day.
Tune in Mondays from 1 to 4 as Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B broadcast live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is sports fans' paradise. That's the guys live every Monday from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
It's Dom of Venezia's Pizzeria. We're providing great food for family gatherings, parties, even work meetings, and we make it simple.
We sure do. No matter what the occasion. Venezia make catering easy. You can see our entire catering menu online at venezias.com. Or let us know how we can help at one of our 6 locations, including the newest, now open in Chandler.
We'd love to bring Venezia's to your next party. Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition.
The right price, the right selection. It's all now at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. Stop by today and see why Wright Toyota continues to be Arizona's top Toyota dealership, located just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard and online at wrighttoyota.com.
Golfers, check out Advanced Golf Shops with all its new arrivals from Titleist. Check out the new Pro V1 golf balls designed for longer distance, more consistency, and unrivaled control. Swing by Vans Golf Shops and elevate your game with the new TSR Woods. Engineered faster, longer, and straighter. Come in and get custom fit for free today. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, unmatched expertise, unmatched service.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next-day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep.
You say check my email?
Energy with melatonin plus extended-release B vitamins.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Keep counting at those stop signs, Alex. Full stop and doesn't go until she counts to 5, McSweeney. Because you are a safe driver. And like most drivers who sign up for Snapshot from Progressive, which customizes your rate for how and how much you drive, you could earn a discount for your good driving. So don't turn into an Alex rolling stop and goes whatever she wants, McSweeney. Because once an Alex full stop and doesn't go until she counts to 5, McSweeney, always an Alex full stop. Well, you know the rest. Sign up for Snapshot today.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states or from all agents.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook
You guys are hot.
Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Hey, make sure you listen to Fox Sports 910 weekdays, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the nationwide $1,000 keyword. Your chance is coming up at the top of the hour. Hey, 49 years ago, 1974, the Bucs were established as an NFL franchise. 19 years ago today, a lot of people were talking about it quite a bit. Eli Manning was selected by the Chargers, the number 1 pick, and they traded him in less than an hour to the New York Giants. And then 64, Will Chamberlain, San Francisco Warriors, grabbed 38 rebounds. And it wasn't that he was playing against somebody short. He was up against the great Bill Russell. And that was game 4 of the NBA Finals.
You know that also later on in his career in Boston, Chamberlain grabbed 55 rebounds against Bill Russell, the most ever in an NBA game.
2009, Zach Greinke continued to dominate opposing hitters as he pitched his second straight game for the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City Royals in town tonight to face the Diamondbacks. He struck out 10 in a win over Detroit. And Zach Greinke, I mean, back-to-back complete games.
He was
loved that.
Yeah,
just to have a pitcher go longer than 6 innings.
Yeah, 6 innings. You get 5 if you're lucky.
The emphasis of complete games. You know, people nowadays, what is that? You know, the younger generation, what are you talking about, a complete game? I mean, he was when the Diamondbacks got him, he was. I remember he struggled with the first 2-3 games of the year. Then he would settle in and play good. But the last couple of years, talk about the forefront of some of the things that we saw moving on to trade him in that contract. You're seeing pretty much with Mad Bum as well too. Kind of the same picture, same scenario.
But he had success when he first got to Houston. Greinke did.
He did. Yeah, he did. He got his whole thing was, remember the anxiety and the mental emotionless and all that kind of stuff. He had to take his medication to make sure he was like they call it societal, not infidel, but a guy just didn't want to be around people.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong sport if you want to be around people.
Yeah.
Got some police blotter for you. Kawhi Leonard's sister is sentenced to life behind bars without parole for a part in a beating death of an elderly woman. It happened in a California casino, which is about an hour east of Los Angeles.
Well, her and another young lady were, basically, as you said, put away for murder, but they beat this elderly lady up in a bathroom of all places on camera. And it was just up to a couple of years ago did people come to realize that is when Kawhi Leonard's sister. Prior to that, people went, really? And that came to fruition a couple of years ago.
Don Lemon fired CNN. That's what took so long.
Whoa. Carlson fired.
What took so long?
He quit.
No, he didn't.
They threw his ass out. He did not get fired. He quit.
Something happened.
Yeah. The highest rated show, second highest rated show on that network.
Yep.
So I don't think he got fired.
No, that's
because he's going to go to Newsmax or something else and he's going to kill it.
I think he might have been. Maybe that was part of this settlement to say you may want to have Tucker Carlson have an option to leave and move on. So Don Lemon, he might move that morning show. It became a disaster.
Well, what do? He had the prime spot, and they put him in mornings. Yes. No one's watching CNN in the morning. Well, no one's watching that network in the first place. But that may change now that there's a new show called King Charles. It was announced over the weekend on TNT. Gayle King and Charles Barkley are going to have a primetime show, which will air on Wednesday night, called King Charles.
I'm going to sample it.
And they're trying to say it's not going to be political, but I don't know what else you would be talking about if it's not political.
Charles is opinionated on everything.
Yeah, he's been a Democrat. He's been a Republican.
Yep.
He's
run
been
for
a
office.
Democrat. Then he was a Republican.
he ran for office. Remember that guy?
He's gone back and forth multiple times. But that is coming up. And a good, pretty cool story. Former Sun Devil baseball player, Drew Maggi. He has been a guy that's been in the minors for 13 seasons, over 1,100 games, over 3,800 bats in the minor leagues. He's 33 years old, a Brophy kid. Was selected by the Diamondbacks in the 47th round in 2008. Attended ASU for a couple years. Then he was drafted again in 15th round by the Pirates. Well, he got called up yesterday.
It's a great
by the
story.
Pittsburgh Pirates. How about that?
Great story.
He's a career 254 hitter.
Yeah.
In the minors, and they brought him up. It was great. The video was outstanding.
It is great.
Very emotional. If
Yep.
you get a chance, check it out.
Drew was he used to go back and forth between quarterback, receiver, back and forth. I had a chance to train Drew several times, and we trained him. And his decision to go baseball full time. Kid was a phenomenal athlete at Brophy.
Get on the horn, man. I'd love to have him on.
Track him down.
Seriously, that'd be a cool guest to catch up to talk about that experience of being in the minors for.
Do you train everybody, Manuch? Is that your thing?
Whoever wants to. Yeah. Hey, it's free. Here's the thing. I train him so well, Jimmy, that they go to baseball. Yeah. I had Michael Humphrey at Sunny Slope. 6'10", phenomenal quarterback. I trained him so well, I got a full ride basketball scholarship to Stanford.
Well, he's 6'10".
Best 6'10". That kid could throw, he could move.
Yeah.
It was all the cone work, Rock, that I trained him on. He had that balance, that great balance to go into Stanford and be a 4-year starter at Stanford. So,
speaking of D-backs, the Snakes will be back at it tonight. They fell early yesterday, couldn't recover, lost to the Padres 7-5. He had a bunch of home runs by Thomas, Ahmed, McCarthy. Hit late home runs for the D-backs. They dropped 3 of 4. They'll host the Royals for 3 starting tonight at Chase.
And they've lost the last 4 out of 5. And those losses, guys, they've given up 33 runs in those 4 losses. We're losing 4 out of 5, and that's basically 6 per game. So you're seeing, aside from Zach Gallen, even Merrill Kelly, it's a little bit of implosion by this the starting rotation. Doesn't help that the bullpen's coming up and giving up a couple big runs, but 33 runs in those 4 losses, guys, not good. So they're still first place.
Yeah.
Tied for first place with the Dodgers. So, But look out. Here come the Dodgers. All of a sudden, they're gaining a little momentum, getting the old Mo.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, see that when you just said that number, Manuch, because I saw a stat where they scored a ton of runs this weekend.
They did.
So, I mean, what's it matter if they're giving up and they're winning? But if they're going to pull out some W's, who cares?
Well, they've lost 4 out of the last 5, and they gave out 14 to the Cardinals. But what they're doing is they're scoring runs, but they're not winning. Rock. That's the whole thing. When your pitching staff gives up on average 6 runs per those 4 losses.
Friday night it was 9-0. They scored 9.
Yeah,
and then they only scored 3 and only gave up 5 the next, and then 7. That's not a big stat.
And but losing 4 out of 5 is. I mean, and your bullpen's giving up those runs. And your bullpen.
I think they can afford to lose, games once in a while against a team like the Padres.
Okay, yeah, you lose 3 out of 4.
I think this is a good week to really get a good idea. You got Royals and Rockies.
Yep.
So that's where you need to put it together.
Slump-buster.
And you will get the ups and the downs. Unfortunately, they're playing the Royals and the Rockies, but you look at it when they start to play the teams like the Dodgers and the Padres and some of the good teams. How does their pitching hold up with those good teams?
We're out here at the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. This is the home of the show called Take the Points, which airs on Saturdays from 11 to 1. But we're here every Monday from 1 to 4. Coming up, we'll catch up with Craig Fooey. You got some Suns to get into as well. And if you're short, you're going to tune in at 2:45.
Hey, Arizona, if you're shopping for a new or certified used vehicle, visit any one of your 13 Valley Chevy dealers for the best deals and offers on trucks, crossovers, SUVs, and cars. The Silverado is the #1 best-selling full-size light-duty pickup. So check it out during truck season going on now at your Valley Chevy dealers or visit valleychevy.com. Based on S&G Global Mobility 2022 calendar year end, U.S. new vehicle registrations using GM custom retail registration type in the GM half-ton large pickup segments.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino, Arizona. Come on in. Our slots are spinning, our dealers are dealing, and everyone's yelling bingo. Isn't it about time you see your friends again? So stop by to say hello. Stay a while. Relax. Enjoy yourself. We'd love to see you again. Hey, this place was made to entertain. We're your Casino, Arizona.
Hear new music first on your free iHeartRadio app.
Hey y'all, this is Måneskin.
Hey, what's up? This is Fall Out Boy.
What's up? This is Mark Hoppus from Blink-182. It's iHeartRadio.
The free iHeartRadio app is where the biggest stars in the world connect with you. Download it today.
You don't need to get personal, like revealing orange juice commercials make you cry, to get the State Farm personal price plan. Just call or go to statefarm.com for a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
If you have certain chronic conditions, such as heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older, 52,
36,
42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated
with Prevnar 20.
The 2023 NFL Draft is right around the corner, and the Move the Sticks podcast has you covered for all your draft needs. The show is hosted by me, Daniel Jeremiah, and my partner, Bucky Brooks.
When it comes to Kansas City and the draft, Move the Sticks is the podcast that will answer all of your questions. Who's going at the top of the draft? Who's going to potentially slide? Don't worry, tune in, and you'll be ready to watch the draft like a scout.
Subscribe now and listen to the Move the Sticks podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Joe Brown here with Axe of the Law Group. If you were hurt in an accident, find us on the web at accidentlawgroup.com.
Broadcasting from the Superbook.com studio. Superbook Sports, now live. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Quarterback Aaron Rodgers is going from the Packers to the Jets, who are swapping a total of 5 2023 draft picks, including their first rounders, plus a conditional 2024 second rounder to Green Bay. The Suns could advance to the Western Conference semifinals with a win against the Clippers in Tuesday's Game 5 home tilt. The Diamondbacks entertain the Royals in tonight's series opener, looking to rebound from dropping 3 of 4 to the Padres. Tommy Henry on the mound. ASU baseball up to 18th in the land in the latest USA Today Coaches Bowl after taking 2 of 3 against Oregon State over the weekend. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the nationwide keyword FUN at foxsports910.com. That's FUN at foxsports910.com.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For your Monday, look for mostly sunny conditions. Temperatures getting up to about 91 degrees. And then for tonight, clear skies with those temperatures down in those mid-60s. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Maricopa Community Colleges.
Save money by getting your bachelor's degree at Maricopa Community Colleges. Now you can start your degree with us and finish it here too. For information on available degrees and participating colleges, visit maricopa.edu/bachelors.
Time for the top local and national stories of the hour. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Bet big on your favorite teams and players in an environment that's as exciting as the game you're watching. There's no better place in the Valley to get in on the action.
You guys are hot?
Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar. Now, guys, what's your top story this hour?
Jets finally got it done. They landed future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest players in NFL history, in a blockbuster trade today. Came down right when we started the program around 1 o'clock. As the Jets, of course, have not been to the Super Bowl since Joe Namath and company, and when they shocked the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III, that was 54 years ago.
Remember it well.
There are a lot of Jets fans still waiting. Still waiting.
Yeah.
But deal finally goes down. I mean, it was something that I think we all knew was going to come down. We just didn't know when. But not a bad deal for the Jets. His entire career with the Packers, and now after 18 years,
39-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
What did I say?
Brett Favre.
Oh, I was about to say stepping out of Brett Favre's shadow.
There you go.
There you go.
You're good.
But you know, he's
still got game left, guys.
He does.
He's in great shape.
I just don't know. Everybody keeps saying, "Hey, this Jets team, they're just one quarterback away." They were 7-10 last year.
Yeah.
And then
all of a sudden, they're.
But who is their quarterback?
Yeah, granted.
I mean, they have weapons. Manuch touched earlier in the first hour that their defense is sound, and now they have better weapons at the wide receiver position. They have their running back, Breece Hall, coming back after a knee injury, so he's going to be 100%. He's easily a 1,000-yard rusher. And I just think that the equation now with Rodgers going there, and they put in the type of offense that he's comfortable with, and you know they will, that I think they're gonna be trouble. And look, I get the Bills are really good, the Dolphins are going to be really good, the Jets are going to be really good, and the Patriots are going to be in the basement in the AFC East.
Well, and with the Dolphins, it's all about Tua's health.
That's true.
You know, can he stay healthy? Can he remain unconcussed and continue to play if he does get concussed? You know, here's this young man that basically said, hey, look, he even contemplated about retirement last year. So if he gets a couple concussions, he may be 1 or 2 concussions away from retiring. At that point, you've got Miami with a hell of a defense. You look at that whole backup situation. But I think for right now, with Aaron Rodgers, everybody say, hey, they're one quarterback away from just the playoffs. We can say a Super Bowl.
Right.
From the playoffs. That's very relevant from a lot of the rumblings coming from the defensive side of the Jets locker room last year.
So here's the deal, according to ESPN. The Packers and Jets are swapping first-round picks this week's draft, of course, on Thursday. Packers will move from number 15 to number 13. Packers will also receive the Jets number 42 and number 207. So that's second round and sixth round. And then the Packers will get the Jets 2024 second round pick on a condition that Aaron plays 65% of the plays.
So basically, first 2 seconds and on a condition of him playing 60%. And then sixth rounder, you never know. Go get a talented football player and see how he grows.
And the Jets get the Green Bay Packers first round pick, number 15, which is swapped with the number 13, and a fifth round pick, which is 170. That's all part of the deal as well.
Curious to see who they're going to get for their backup, that being the Packers, with Love as the starter. And some kid I never heard of before is currently their backup quarterback. They're going to have to go get some kind of experienced quarterback who's ever left out there, since all of them have been pretty much gone on to different teams. Yeah. So depends who they get, who's out there. Maybe there's somebody playing in the USFL that they go after, or somebody still lingering out there. But it's going to be interesting because Love goes down, you're out of luck as far as that Packers offense is concerned.
Aaron will most likely wear the number 8 as the number that he wore at Cal. I think you should just grab the number 12, Manuch.
Come
on.
Joe Willie's
no one else has done anything there.
Here's the thing. Joe Willie might say, hey, look, Aaron Rodgers, you can use it until you're done.
Yeah.
Then we'll put it back in the rafters.
Yeah, cool.
Joe's that kind of guy.
He is that kind of guy.
You want number 12? Use number 12. Hey, Jets, you have my permission. And then when Aaron's done in 3, 4, 5 years, whatever, hang it back in the rafters, and we'll go from there.
Here's another a point that I wanted to make, because a lot of the quarterbacks in the draft, a couple of them are 25 years old. Stetson Bennett, Hendon Hooker. And so what are these guys saying? Hey, Tom Brady played till he was 45. Okay, it's changed dramatically.
Well, COVID's changed a lot of that.
It did change that. Yeah, that's correct. But Aaron Rodgers, at his age, he still might have 2 to 3 years of really good football.
And he's always been in great shape.
He always
takes care of himself.
Yes, he does.
Is he going to go longer than Tom Brady?
I don't think so. I think that was.
What? I think sometimes it depends on how many hits you take, how much you get beat up during the season.
You're right about that.
I think the Jets will just make sure that their offensive line is bolstered, and they do have a decent offensive line. I think they spent a couple of draft picks the last couple of years on some solid offensive line, but that's going to be paramount for him because he rolls out well, he bootlegs well.
He does.
He'll scramble once in a while, but that's why he's not there. And you're talking about Garrett Wilson and talking about Breece Hall coming back off a knee injury, and they're going to really fortify that running game.
Right.
And with his passing game and the kind of offense they'll incorporate, it'll be very similar to what they did in Green Bay.
Also, Breece Hall is a running back who can also catch it coming out of the backfield as well.
A lot of talk going into this weekend about Colorado in their spring game. 45,000. And then we find out today 15 players have entered the transfer portal. 15 after their first spring practice game.
Most of those guys were Colorado players last year.
Right.
So I think, Prime maybe told him, hey, you don't have a future here. We're going to bring these guys in because he said that the roster hasn't been finalized as there's a new transfer portal. A lot of guys in the transfer portal right now.
Yeah. But a lot of guys left when he had his first practice, in December, right?
Yes,
first meeting, team meeting. And then here he goes. Another.
Well, let's back up here a little bit, guys.
So right now they have, since April 15th, that's a week ago, the Buffs have had 28 players enter the portal.
But you hate to lose your leading receiver, one of your top defensive backs. That's just, as a matter of fact, the one kid, the receiver, had 2 touchdown catches in the spring game.
He did.
The defensive back had a good game. Again, he just said some of the washout that'll probably happen. But when you have that many guys going, well, he's just too tough or whatever, that type of thing. But you hate to lose your talent on a rebuild mode. But, hey, they've sold out next year, 45,000, 46,000 seats. He's definitely in a rebuild mode, but you don't want to see your top receiver, defensive back, and some decent football players go to the transfer portal. I will suffice to say how well Coach Prime allows them to go do their thing, which he has. And if they can't find anything, allow them back on the team.
Okay.
Because a lot of guys are doing that now. You see it in college basketball. At ASU, I remember we had Herm Edwards on Rock. He said, once you go to the transfer portal, good luck, good bowling. You're gone.
Yeah.
Some of these guys could maybe come back. How Coach Prime would handle something like that if they can't go somewhere else.
Yeah, it'll be fun to
But
watch.
that is shocking to see that you thought he
many.
cleaned house.
Yeah.
And here you got, 15 you said, Jags, that are going to the transfer portal, where they end up. That receiver could look real well as a Sun Devil. That's for sure.
3 teams are on the brink of elimination in the NBA playoffs. Timberwolves, they avoided a 4-game sweep by pulling out an overtime winner of the Nuggets last night. The Knicks, they edged closer to a series win by defeating the Cavs. They have a 3-1 lead. Celtics in a similar position. They knocked off the Hawks 129-121 for a 3-1 lead. The Warriors responded with a big win by beating the Kings by a point to even that series at 2. Playoffs continue today with the Lakers hosting the Grizzlies. Game 4, and then the Bucks will visit the Heat Game 4 as well. LA and Miami both lead their series 2-1. Of course, the Suns and Clippers tomorrow, with the Suns being up 3-1. That game is at Footprint.
Let me ask you a question, Manuch, on that. LeBron James takes a shot in his low-hanging fruit. And
a direct shot.
Direct shot.
3 minutes?
Yes.
Was that premeditated or what?
That's what I was going to ask you. I've looked at it several times, the video, and it appeared to me that he had lined it up.
You know what? It looks like he wanted to check him hard in the gut.
Yes.
But he misfired. He caught him in the giblets, as you like to call
that's what I
them.
said.
The pelotas,
yes,
tejones, whatever. Yeah, I thought that was intended for a gut, but he missed down low. I think he should be suspended for a game. I mean, you got Draymond Green with his little, pound on the chest. Why is he not suspended for one game in reference to what we saw? The chatter, all that going on and going back before the game. Mm-hmm. And, LeBron was down for the count. Trust me. But I think that is –
we've all been down for the count.
Yeah, the double flagrant. And how is it he not suspended? I thought it was flagrant to go to his stomach or whatever, just happened to find the giblets. I'm like, you're out for a game, at least one game.
Well, they didn't do that, though, and it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight in Los Angeles.
Layoffs are part of Walt Disney World's Bob Iger's mandate to slash 7,000 jobs, $5.5 billion in costs. They did let a lot of people go in March, and then they're expecting a bunch of ESPN guys to take a hit, possibly some on-air talent, as well as the network tries to evaluate what they want to do moving forward. A lot of this is because of the fact that they are trying to retain the rights of the NBA billion-dollar media rights deal, and they don't want to lose it to NBC Sports or Amazon or Apple or someone like that. So that's why they're cleaning house. So you may see some guys get axed like we did in the past when we saw Trent Dilfer go, when we saw Ron Jaworski go. If you remember, there were big names that got. But there's timing's everything, especially for on-air talent. We found out, Don Lemon's out at CNN.
1 minute.
Tucker's out at Fox. I mean, this happens. Jimmy, we might not be here tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you just don't know.
I'm well aware of that.
You just don't know.
Was that a tease there, Ron?
Yeah,
for tomorrow?
Hey, look, I can tell you. I can tell you this. I got tossed out of a network in Buffalo, the Empire Sports Network, when the owners, Adelphia Cable, you rat bastards, got busted for illegal trading on Wall Street. And it canned the network, and we were dominating
the whole network.
The whole network went dark. Kaput. So, and they put over 100 people out of work because of those greedy suits, you rat bastards.
Did you feel better now?
Yeah, I do. I hate those guys.
Coming up, it's our Valley Chevy Dealers plays of the weekend. Some Suns we'll get into. Got some back-to-back baseball dingers. So we'll have some fun with that next. And then Craig Fouie at 2:30. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here on Fox Sports 910.
It all starts April 27th.
Welcome, football fans.
3 days.
This is an exciting night.
259 names. And one place that will cover all the action. The first round kicks off at 5 p.m. right here on Fox Sports 910.
It's Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing and your sexy status roof guy on Instagram and Facebook. Lesser roofers cut corners, cobbling together patchwork roofs to meet a budget, not State 48 Roofing. Give us a call today for your maintenance, repair, or full replacement needs.
Hey, Arizona, if you're shopping for a new or certified used vehicle, visit any one of your 13 Valley Chevy dealers for the best deals and offers on trucks, crossovers, SUVs, and cars. The Silverado is the #1 best-selling full-size light-duty pickup. So check it out during truck season going on now at your Valley Chevy dealers or visit valleychevy.com.
I'm here.
Based on S&G Global Mobility 2022 calendar year end.
I got it.
New vehicle registrations using GM custom retail registration type in the GM half-ton large.
That's fine. The short people song, right?
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1.
All right, yeah, sounds good. We'll get it going for 2:45.
CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
Okay, and we're doing Sounds of the Weekend now, right?
Jenny!
Hey, Jenny!
All right, cool. I'm going to go up to that segment then. That way, everyone's on the same page.
Steve!
Hey, Steve!
Steve, how you doing?
Meg!
Meg, nice to see you. Hey, Meg.
Arena Sports Grill. Come on out for the sports, off-track betting, incredible food, and friendly faces. The best daily specials in Scottsdale. Arena Sports Grill, 62nd Street in Bell. We know you.
That was a great dinner.
So great. Wait, where'd you park the car?
Oh, the one I just sold to Carvana.
What? When did you do that?
When you were still looking at the menu. I went on Carvana.com and all I had to do was enter the license plate or VIN, answer a few questions, and got a real offer in seconds.
They picked up the car already?
No, I parked around the corner. But they are picking it up tomorrow and paying me right on the spot.
Oh, no wonder you picked up the check.
Yeah, about that. Thought we were going halvesies.
Sell your car to Carvana. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get a real offer in seconds.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Meant for mornings. The Drive with Jody Ayler. Listen tomorrow, 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910. Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from
You guys are hot.
CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Also, the home of the Roc and Manuch Lager by Huss. Check it out. As it's time for our plays of the weekend, brought to you by your Valley Chevy dealers. Your Valley Chevy dealers serving the Valley for over 80 years. You got to check out the new 2023 Chevy Trailblazer. It's perfect for whatever you're up to or wherever you're off to. That's valleychevy.com. All right, let's start with the Suns. As, of course, the 112-100 win, they're now currently lead the series 3-1. It was a close game, even though some felt they cruised. I don't feel like they cruised.
I think they cruised, no.
But D-Book gets the hustle play of the night, according to Manuch. At the end of the third, here is Book at hustle and paying off with that KD layup, courtesy of TNT.
4 to shoot now. Paul, three-pointer. Missed it. Booker saves it. Okogie is there. Now Durant on the drive. Durant hangs and scores.
Yeah.
Terrific play.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it really was. Last week we were talking about guys bitching after every play. After I said, did you guys notice that was happening quite a bit yesterday too?
Oh, sure. Always. Yeah.
It seems like it's just getting ridiculous. The NBA needs to do something.
I'm with you on that. I just can't believe that they allow. I mean, you get the superstars. Remember, we had a conversation about a year or so ago how LeBron's talking all the time.
That was Thursday. Not a year ago.
Okay.
That was Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy.
Thanks for reminding him, Rock.
So my point that I'm making is now it's everybody. It doesn't
really is.
It is.
You could be
bench
number
player.
15
Yes.
on the roster.
Yes.
Because as you're watching that, D-Book now just gives sign language. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of looks at the ref like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
He'll go to his hand and slap his own hand. Yeah. He's not real verbal. Where CP3 is constant chatter.
Oh, yeah.
Always. He's constant. But he always looks away.
Sure,
he's always looking away. But yeah, it's interesting to watch all of the No talking, but plenty of sign language by the Suns and by the Clippers as well.
Yeah.
Got to give the Suns a lot of credit. 14 offensive rebounds, that is. Here's one of those extra chances that paid off for Devin Booker.
To the zone, but Clippers go to their zone, coming out of timeout. They show a little soft press back to the zone, but Booker able to come on and snake over to his right hand.
That was courtesy of TNT. That was CP3's crossover. Turns into the 3 for Devin Booker. Let's stay with Booker. He made a lot of tough shots all night. He was just or all afternoon, I should say. Here's one of the tough jumpers and one.
We just played this one, guys.
Out to show a little soft press back to the zone, but Booker able to come on and snake over to his right hand.
Sorry, I flip-flopped those, so we didn't play the right one. We missed playing the crossover one. So we played the double shot of Devin Booker.
Hit it now. We're good.
So which one are you going to play, Ben? Just tell me down the line.
CP.
Okay, here's CP3's crossover that we should have played last.
Yeah.
Craig saves it, 5 to shoot. Paul, quick as a cat, the former Clipper. And now Booker wide open for a 3. Timeout, Ty Lue. Extra chances.
I couldn't believe CP3.
He looks strong in the fourth quarter.
What got into him?
He kind of pacing himself now that he's got 2 other scorers, Jimmy. So I think there may be part of that. Not that he's happy about missing shots in the first half. But, I mean, he just that step back 3 right there went, damn, he had elevation.
He did.
And he hit, 3 threes in that fourth quarter?
Mm-hmm.
And then he hit that wild shot off the side where he thought that
he thought the clock was going to expire, so that's why he let it go when actually the ball had indeed hit the rim and they had a fresh 24.
And for that one Clipper fan out there, here is Russell Westbrook, who kept coming at the Suns. Here we got two clips for you. When we went to the rack hard for 2, and then his last 3 points of the game, which were a 3, which got him to 35.
Running the floor and is rewarded. And now the Suns up 6. Westbrook drives and pecks it down. Strong finish by Russell Westbrook.
Makes a jumper, a lot of options.
He's done it again. 35 for Westbrook.
I'm telling you right now,
they couldn't stop him, Jimmy.
They can't stop him, and he's the MVP of this series right now in a losing effort. And I'm just so impressed with what Westbrook has done. He's playing like he played at OKC when he was a triple-double phenomenon. You just couldn't handle him at all. Struggled, of course, when he went through other teams, including in Houston, including in Washington, and then with the Lakers. We all saw that sorry state of affairs. And now he gets to the Clippers, and he looks like Westbrook once again.
Well, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's got the green light.
That's it.
So I think
he does.
You look at him and go, that's
it.
He has to slow down a bit.
No.
As a matter of fact, you go, okay, he's been playing how many years? 10 years now, 11 years, and he's still strong as ever. And they just have no answer for him. So hopefully tomorrow night somebody deliver a forearm shiver to him, come down the lane,
got a really good battle going on with the Warriors and the Kings. Here's how this one went. Is how it ended, I should say. The last second shot that the Kings missed, which they would have won it, and the final call as Golden State wins by 1.
Hunting Curry. He's got Curry on the switch. Fox over to Barnes for the lead. And that's it. The Warriors survive.
You know what? Wide open. And the gaff by Stephen Curry, and refs calling that timeout, they had nothing left. But then to hit the technical foul to bring within 1, you went, wait a second. He did what?
I thought it was Chris Webber all over again for the University of Michigan when he called that timeout.
Even the announcers said they have no timeouts left.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kings Fox fractured his index finger during that game, and officially, as of 35 minutes ago, is doubtful.
Okay.
For game 5.
Do you think he's doubtful?
No, I don't. I think he's going to play.
I do too.
Yeah, you wrap that up, you give it a shot, you're good to go.
Yep.
Finally, some baseball for you for the Anaheim Angels against the Kansas City Royals, who are the Diamondbacks' next opponent. Here is a back-to-back-to-back blast, courtesy of Bally Sports in California.
First pitch here, Taylor Ward has a high fly. That's deep to left. That one's going to go. The game is tied again. Taylor Ward has doubled up at 2. That baseball was struck out of the ballpark. Trout with a drive right center field. This is hit pretty well. Back at the wall is Bisbell. He leaps, and it's gone! Home run, Mike Trout. The Angels go back-to-back here in the 6th.
3 minutes.
It is 3-2. But here is this one, right center. There's the hat trick. 3 in a row. Ward, Trout, Ohtani. It's 4-2 Angels in the 6th.
Great call by Valley Sports. The hat trick as Ohtani gets it, makes it the third straight as the Angels will go on to win over Kansas City. So those are your top plays of the weekend, brought to you by the Valley Chevy Dealers. Your Valley Chevy Dealers serving the Valley for over 80 years. Head to valleychevy.com.
Think about Trout and Ohtani's the back-to-back. Those guys can stay healthy all year long. I mean, you might see one guy hit 35, the other one hit 45. But when they're the sound of the ball coming off their bats, it's profound.
It is.
When you hear that, and especially Ohtani, I mean, pitching, hitting, DH, just one of those phenomenal athletes. But those guys to stay healthy,
2 minutes.
I would hope the Angels could at least contend, or Ohtani maybe traded at the All-Star break if they're not getting it done.
Well, if he's traded, he's going to go to the Dodgers.
Or the Yankees.
Or the Yankees.
Oh,
One of the two.
I think it's Dodgers, if anyone.
Yeah.
Or maybe in San Diego. They seem to like to spend money. You know, as a fan, if you were at that game for a back-to-back, that doesn't get any better.
No, that's the best.
I mean, you're just losing your mind. you really are. Ward, Trout, Ohtani. I mean, you're just losing your marbles.
For me, and baseball personally for me has gotten so much better with the changes that they've made with the pitch clock and the batter's box clock and not having the automatic shift on now for hitters.
Yeah.
I like this so much better. And I think, Rock, what you're seeing now is that I don't think pitchers are rushed, but I think some of them may be a little uncomfortable. And so that's why they're not maybe hitting the location spot on the plate, and it ends up over the middle of the plate, and guys are taking them out.
And Jimmy, you can only go to second base twice as far as the runners, holding runners
That's
on.
it, yeah.
And guys are getting better jump. Whether they're not stealing, they're getting better jumps. They're getting a lot better
I
jumps.
agree, Mooch.
Guys are singles. They're going from second to third versus stopping at second. So I think you're seeing – I haven't really seen any stats or some runners, how much more runs have been scored because of the speed-up rule, because I think, to your point, the uncomfortableness or guys taking advantage of that or guys making sure guys get in the box. Let's move on. So I think from that, the pace is picked up, and you're seeing more energy from that.
How good are the Rays?
Oh,
19-3.
They have 22 games. They have hit a home run. That is a major league record. 22 straight.
And is my dark horse the Oakland A's? They're going to mix in a win once in a while.
My dark horse, when Rock asked that, was the Toronto Blue Jays. So I'm looking okay.
I can't remember. I may have said the Rays.
Yeah, the Rays are just hot, and they know how to close with their bullpen and getting key hits when they have to. Still undefeated at home. Is that what I saw? They're still undefeated at home.
Hey, tomorrow we'll be at El Bandino Yankee Tequila Tuesday at Barrio Queen. Yep, we do it every Tuesday. We're at a different Barrio Queen, thanks to El Bandino Yankee Tequila. We'll be there from 1 to 4. We'll be at the Tempe Marketplace locations. So come on out and join us. That's tomorrow at Barrio Queen, Tempe Marketplace. Craig Fooey, Sports Director, ABC 15. He'll join us next for Fact or Fooey.
This is what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
The Diamondbacks have Tommy Henry for the start as they open their series against AL Central bottom dweller Kansas City, who tried out former D-backs farmhand Brad Keller. The Jets and the Packers have reportedly finalized a deal that will see Aaron Rodgers head to New York. Clippers star Kawhi Leonard's status for Game 5 versus the Suns is uncertain after he sat out today's practice to receive treatment on his right knee. Arizona State baseball moves up another 3 spots in the latest USA Today coaches poll. They're now number 18 in the land after they won 2 of 3 against Oregon State over the weekend. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Whether it's beer and wings with the guys or a steak or ribs with that special someone, Tavern Grill Scottsdale is a casual sports bar and grill with something for everyone. Visit us today at 8880 East Via Linda, Tavern Grill in Scottsdale.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider, locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Truck season is going on now at your Valley Chevy dealers. Great offers going on now on trucks, SUVs, crossovers, and cars. See your Valley Chevy dealers for great deals happening right now during truck season, or visit valleychevy.com. That's valleychevy.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hey, you guys there?
You don't need to get personal, like revealing orange juice commercials make you cry. To get the state
I don't know if you guys saw this, but last week Craig got interrupted by Russ during his thing.
It's time for Fact or Phooey with ABC 15 Sports Director Craig Phooey. Phooey joins the guys each Monday to break down the top stories of the weekend. And as a reminder, Manuch writes the questions. Now here's ABC 15's Craig Phooey.
That's right, Craig Phooey now on the Right to the Guest line. Before we get started for 5 questions, Fact or Phooey from Manuch. Have you recovered from your encounter with Russell Westbrook last week there, Phooey?
You know what? Russ and I are tight, man. We are good friends now. So we settled all our differences and we move forward.
Okay, good. So we got that out of the way.
I'm hoping to see him tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. All right, question number 1. Booker's playoff performance through his first 4 games is by far the best in the NBA playoffs. Fact or Phooey?
Oh, fact. Devin Booker's phenomenal. Listen, he's averaging 43.5 minutes a game. Only KD is averaging more at 44. He's playing solid. He's got 45 points, 38 points, 30 points. I mean, the guy's on fire, playing at both ends. And I like Devin, the way he just takes this team on his back and just says, you know what? I'm not going to lose right now. You guys better get on board with me or go sit on the bench. I love that about him.
And, Coach, how about some of the hustle points in the first game? He kicked that one back in pass out of bounds, and then that hustle one yesterday, kicked it back in, and KD with the layup.
And he's getting some steals. You know, he's running down court and trying to get behind guys, and I just like him. Listen, I think he would compete in a pie eating contest. I like that guy. He is unbelievable.
All right, Coach, question number 2. Chris Paul's clutch shooting in the fourth quarter of this playoff series is reminiscent of the run they made 2 years ago to the Western Conference title. Fact or Phooey?
Fact, and he's got to keep doing it. Listen, he struggled the night before, his 2 days, game 3, and then he came through in the fourth quarter in game 12 points in that one, finished with 19. He has to do that. He's going to be 38 on May 6th. So he's not a spring chicken anymore, but he's got to find that energy. And Monty talked about load management after the game on Saturday and just said, look, playing every other day doesn't exactly give us a chance to rest, but they've had a couple days now. They had Sunday off. They were back at it in practice today. They play tomorrow. So hopefully he can keep doing it. You got to keep running on this. You got to roll because you're going right into Denver.
All right, I'm going to do this one for Jimmy B since he's kind of having some technical
He's
issues.
discombobulated right
Question
now.
number 3, Kevin Durant is back on his normal game with 31 points, 11 boards, 6 assists in the win over the Clips. He's back to his normal game. Fooey.
I don't think he ever left. I don't know. I'll say he's back, I guess. I mean, he's been here. They went 8 games with him in the regular season, won every one of them. So I think he's doing just fine. I think Kevin Durant is what we want. I said the other night, on Friday night, going into Game 4, Kevin Durant's got to shoot, right? Quit passing the ball. Just go shoot it. I mean, do what we brought you here to do, and that's shoot the ball and get the rebounds, get the assists, be that all-around great player that you are. And he was just kind of, in the first 3 games, just passing the ball more often than not, and I'm like, just take the shot, KD, just take the shot. And I saw him do that a couple of games, so I'm happier with him. But yeah, he's back.
Yeah, I think it's the flow that I think so many of us have been. Not that he hasn't been, but I mean that flow and that consistency and the effortlessness that we saw with him.
What's that word?
Effortlessness.
Yeah, effortlessness.
Yeah, exactly. Effortlessness.
Is that a word?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
No. Effortlessness.
Yeah, that's what I said. Effortlessness. Absolutely. He's making it happen.
I like it.
Hey, Coach, the D-backs all of a sudden scuffling a little bit. Their pitching's getting tagged to say, and I'm being kind when I say that. They've lost 4 of their last 5, given up an average of 6 runs per game in those losses. 33 runs total, those 4 losses. So, fact or phooey, are we now seeing the real Diamondbacks or not?
No, phooey on that. No, listen, get rid of Bumgarner, which they did. They got rid of Bumgarner. So there's 7 runs right there out of that mix. There's a loss out of that mix. Trey Jameson yesterday just struggled in that first inning, got buried, 43 pitches, 3 runs, 3 walks. I mean, just not a good outing for him. But he's young. He'll bounce back. He'll be fine. Listen, we are what's the date today? April 24th? Mm-hmm. And they're right at the top of the NL West. Would any of us taken that?
Absolutely,
yeah. Are you kidding me? We're in spring training in February, March, and I'm like, man, they'll be awesome if they can get out to maybe 3rd place by the end of April. Look where they're at right now. So, listen, they were playing the Padres. The Padres are good. We know the Dodgers are good. But the D-backs have surprised, and they've got a lot of young players that are very exciting to watch. They are a fun team to watch, and I don't put it past them if they can just keep clicking away here with some wins. We'll see how they do against the Royals this week.
All right, draft week. Cards need to take Will Anderson Jr. with the 3rd pick. Fact or phooey?
Yes, because I'm going to be there and I want to interview the guy on draft night. Listen, I don't trade. Do not trade that pick. Yes, I want Will Anderson.
Amen.
If he's there. I hope Houston doesn't step up and go, hey, let's just take this guy and we'll figure out what we're doing at quarterback later. I hope that doesn't happen. But yes, take him.
What if it does?
Yeah. Remember Calvin Pace? Remember Calvin Pace and Bryant?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was taken
we
from him.
traded down from the 6th pick. Yeah.
I think I'm like you, Fooey. I think you take him if he's there. But now if that does happen, then you could look trade or Jalen Carter if he's there. Also, he's one of those top defensive linemen to come down the pike in many, many years.
All right, Fooey, we've been questioning this front office for quite some time, even now with the new regime.
Yeah.
What if they have the number 3 pick, and they do not take Will Anderson? Do you think this fan base will just lose their freaking marbles?
It would be just like the uniform reveal last year.
Yes.
I was rolling all night laughing at the responses to that. Somebody said, send it to Katie Hobbs, she'll veto him. It was just like, holy cow. I mean, the uniforms were like, what the heck is that? Now, I do like the white ones. I'll give them that. I like the white. I like the Ohio State uniforms. Listen, I just think it would be just like that. Did you see it over the weekend, the whole Jonathan Gannon exchange with Philadelphia and all that stuff that came out?
And saw that.
And they never said that. And he was, making stuff up. And it's like, what the heck is going on with the Cardinals right now? This has been over a year of just craziness. Unbelievable.
Philly, what are you working on tonight?
I took a day off because I got the Suns tomorrow. I'm leaving Wednesday morning for Kansas City for the draft, so I took the day off. I'm mowing the lawn, doing the stuff that you guys do around the house. Planting some plants, cleaning the pool, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So that means we can hire you to do that now, Fooey? I mean, I'd love to have you come do that.
No, I do all that stuff myself, man. I love gardening and cleaning the pool. I'm not going to hire anybody.
Yeah, what was it? What was that show you did all the time for forever?
Sonoran.
Yeah, DIY.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, do it yourself. Yeah, do it yourself.
Fool, you've done so many shows, we've
Make sure.
lost track of how many shows you've done over the years, man.
I want you to do weather again.
They sent me to Knoxville. They treated me like royalty. That was a great show to do. I enjoyed that one. That was fun.
All right, Philly. Well, we'll let you get back to your day off, and beautiful day today. So thanks so much for some time, buddy. We appreciate it. And safe travels. We'll be watching.
Anytime. You got it.
You got it. So Philly and ABC 15 got you covered for draft day as they're sending Philly to Kansas City.
That's good.
Get some barbecue. That's good.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, every television station should.
They should all be there.
I mean,
When you got the number 3 pick in the draft, you better be there. So you got to have.
I mean, we went when they had the number 1 pick.
Yes, we did.
I mean, when we went to Nashville, that was fun.
Down there on Radio Row.
And I was thinking about maybe going this year, but I'm like, Cardinals are so bad. I mean, and they're not going to win more than 3 games again.
And to your point, like if they were to pass, they kept the 3rd pick and passed on Will Anderson Jr. and took somebody else. I think the only other person I would condone would be Jalen Carter. Period. After it's all said and done. So those are some things.
Jax has a problem with that.
Jack has no idea.
He's got too many issues. His pro day, he weighed 15 pounds more than what he did on his last game in college.
So you can't get.
And he's got this whole accident issue. No, I don't like it.
Oh, what about the issues that Dan Marino had coming out of college? And
now he's trying to bring up stuff when I wasn't even alive.
Yeah. Go do your research on that one there.
There were reports that Marino, they drug tested him all the time that he'd been smoking pot. Every test came up negative.
The stories that are out there right now that I hear, there's been several teams that have said, and they've been 3 or 4 teams he's visited the Jalen Carter, have cleaned the slate, go with all that. And so all the other stuff, so-and-so's this. I'm talking about C.J. Stroud right now. How far is C.J. Stroud going to drop in the draft? Ignore the noise. Talent is talent. The tape tells it all. These guys will get it and make it happen.
You're not concerned about Stroud and his test score of 18?
No, not whatsoever.
What was yours, like 12?
No, you have about the
it's a new test.
Yeah, it's a new test.
Rock did the
2 minutes
me off the cuff.
Oh, yeah?
He gave me 10. I got 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did.
I nailed it, man.
Okay.
So where you at, Jimmy?
I haven't taken the test. I'd love to take the one.
Jax, where you at on your Wonderlic?
I've never taken it yet.
There you go. Okay.
Hey, if you're just joining us, quarterback Aaron Rodgers has been traded to the New York Jets. It's been confirmed as the Jets are going to receive him along with the number 15 overall pick and a 5th rounder this year from the Packers. And in exchange, Green Bay will get the 13th pick overall, a 6th rounder, and a conditional 2024 second-round pick that can become a 1st rounder if he plays 65% of the plays this season for the New York Jets.
I think it's going to be really, really fun to watch the AFC East. It really is.
This might be the first parade anybody gave a quarterback before the season started.
Good call, Manuch.
Going into
Good call.
Here he comes.
Brutal.
There's our guy. There's our Messiah.
He's all over the national sports. That's it.
Hey, coming up, we have some breaking news for all you short.
Oh boy.
Challenged people.
Vertically challenged. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, vertically challenged.
I'm going to tell you next how you can go from 5'6" to 5'9".
Oh,
Jimmy B, don't go to the bathroom during the break. Stick
Okay.
around because this is for you next. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Attention listeners. April 27th is set.
With the first pick.
And our team is ready to break down the first round. Join Jay Glazer, LeVar Arrington, Rob Stowe, and former Cardinals GM Steve Kye. Your NFL draft coverage is right here. All day coverage till the first round kicks off at 5. Right here on Fox Sports 910. Listen for free on your iHeartRadio app.
Join Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B Thursdays at one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks locations. The guys broadcast live from 1 to 5 Valley locations. And tune in at 2:45 for Peaks Picks, your chance to win a Twin Peaks man card. It's Guys Live every Thursday at Twin Peaks.
Hey, Arizona, if you're shopping for a new or certified used vehicle, visit any one of your 13 Valley Chevy dealers for the best deals and offers on trucks, crossovers, SUVs, and cars. The Silverado is the #1 best-selling full-size light-duty pickup. So check it out during truck season going on now at your Valley Chevy dealers or visit valleychevy.com. Based on S&G Global Mobility 2022 calendar year end, U.S. new vehicle registrations using GM custom retail registration type in the GM half-ton large pickup segment.
Tune in Monday from 1 to 4 as Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B broadcasts live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is sports fans' paradise. That's the guys live every Monday from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Golfers, teed up at Vans Golf Shops for the hottest new arrivals from Titleist. Check out the new Pro V1 golf balls designed for longer distance, more consistency, and unrivaled control. Swing by Vans Golf Shops and elevate your game with the new TSR Woods. Engineered faster, longer, and straighter. Come in and get custom fit for free today. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, unmatched expertise, unmatched service.
It's Dom with Venezia's Pizzeria. We love providing great food for family gatherings, parties, even work meetings. And we make it simple.
We sure do, no matter what the occasion. At Venezia's, we make catering easy. You can see our entire catering menu online at venezias.com. Or let us know how we can help at one of our 6 locations, including the newest, now open in Chandler.
We'd love to bring Venezia's to your next party. Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition.
Duke Sports Grill on Miller and McDowell. 12 pool tables and 3 shuffleboard tables.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
Coldest draft beer in town.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
3 patios right on the greenbelt. 1 non-smoking. Duke's on Miller and McDowell. More than 60 TVs playing your favorite sports.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
Saturdays and Sundays, build your own Bloody Mary bar. Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
Where Dukes? Where Dukes? Miller and McDowell. Scottsdale.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his last debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
The Drive with Jody Ayler. Now in mornings. Tomorrow from 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910. Live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Little Jimmy.
Guys are hot.
Oh, freaking Randy Newman, man.
He made you famous.
Oh, he did.
Ever wish you were taller, Jimmy?
Always. The only time I don't is when I'm getting on an airplane because I can sit in the seats comfortably.
But as a kid, I mean, you couldn't go to, like, amusement parks, right? Because you couldn't get any rides.
I knew you were going.
You didn't meet the height requirement?
Actually, I grew fast as a youngster, but then I just quit in high school. I didn't go any further.
So there's something that's now becoming very common. It's called leg lengthening.
What?
Yeah, you have your legs surgically lengthened, and it's more popular than ever. I saw it on NBC News.
Okay.
They had this 26-year-old named Alex who had it done last year. He was 5'7". He's now 5'10".
Wow.
Now, it's not an easy process. They basically break both of your legs up around your thighs, and then they insert a rod in each. Then new bone slowly starts to grow, and then the rods work on a remote that lengthens them to 1 millimeter per day for the next 3 to 4 months. At one point, this guy said he had to get around using a walker, and then he switched to a cane. He was basically disabled for a while, but then had all this physical therapy. Regardless, he's happy with the results, and he said he always wanted to be tall.
So can he 5'4" to 5'9"?
Can he play?
He's tall.
Can he play sports?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
26, 5'7" to 5'10".
Yeah, 3 inches.
I mean, can you just hang at the
It's always a myth, Rock.
What was that thing I used to remember when you were a little kid?
The pull-up bar.
The pull-up bar. You just hang.
Or the monkey bars.
Monkey bars. Yeah, you just hold on to it.
I did that every day. It didn't help me.
Yes,
I remember I went from after I had my back surgery, I had the microdissectomy.
Yes.
You remember, Manuch,
Yeah.
and I'm a half inch shorter since I had that surgery.
Interesting.
20 years ago.
That was.
Or no, 15 years ago.
We
Anyway.
went and visited Rock the next day. He didn't remember anything.
Oh, I'm sure.
You remember we visited her?
Yeah.
It was.
Now it's like people get the microdissectomy. You're in and out the same day. I had that turtle shell around my back for like a month.
Yeah.
It sucked. So this particular surgery, this leg lengthening, costs about $100,000.
Woo!
Insurance doesn't cover it.
Well,
So,
of course
Jimmy,
not.
So 5'4" to
Yeah.
5'7", you take that?
First off, I'm not 5'4".
5'5"?
Secondly, I'm not 5'5".
How about just bare feet, not your Skechers?
Or your platforms?
You wear Skechers, don't you? You golf in Skechers? Are these Skechers you wear?
No, I have them on today.
Oh.
They're comfortable shoes.
Because they make you taller.
They're
not comfortable. Everybody knows that they make you taller.
The other day, I wore flip-flops. You guys didn't say anything when I had those
Well, we
on.
couldn't see you. I mean, what do you want us to do?
No.
Hey, you know,
Jackson and I did hammer you when you wore flip-flops.
You did.
Last Tuesday. Be presentable, Jimmy.
I am presentable every day. That's why I wore this colorful shirt today.
So Kellogg's, as we're doing our random facts of the day, thanks to Valley Chevy Dealers, Kellogg's is collaborating with the company that makes ices. Remember the ices?
Oh, yeah. Loved
The
ices.
red and blue slushies,
Yeah.
right?
Brain freeze,
You know,
man.
you get them at the gas station. So now there's an official icy cereal.
What?
So it looks like the little red and blue balls with cherry and blue raspberry flavors like Drake's.
Sure.
They're claiming that it has a secret, an innovative ingredient that cools your mouth when you eat. Brain freeze, or as I call it, the Slurpee headache.
Yeah. So would you prefer Slurpee or an icy?
Yeah, flavor. Right?
Yeah.
Blue. Only person, a random fact, only person with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame that's not on the sidewalk is Muhammad Ali. It's actually on the wall in the Kodak Theater because he didn't want people walking on the name Muhammad.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Part of the religion there, the Muslim religion. And look, that was very interesting when that was done. And there were a lot of people that went, huh? What? Because they didn't understand it, of course.
Yeah.
I would say the first pure sports entertainment of our generation, when you looked at entertainment factor with the boxing, Muhammad Ali was that guy. He was that guy that came, wow, this guy is not only a phenomenal boxer, he's entertaining, he's funny, he's controversial, the whole nine.
Everything.
America's been through a lot over the last 25 years. I think we would all agree, but there's been one constant. You could always find the 20% coupon to use it. Bed, Bath, and Beyond.
Absolutely, man.
Even if it expired 6 years ago, you can find one, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's coming to an end. Unfortunately, they have declared bankruptcy. There's no restructuring or anything. It's over. Coupons will be good through tomorrow.
Wow.
And then that's it. I mean, that store began, it was called Bed and Bath in 71. First store was in Jersey. Then they went to Bed, Bath and Beyond in the 87, and in the late 90s they were a little mainstream, but it was always those big blue coupons.
Sure.
Everybody knew about that.
Sure.
And they were big, man. They had about 1,100 stores, and that's unfortunate. But starting Wednesday, everything will be a final sale. Nothing returned. Gift cards, you're going to have about 2 weeks to use those if you have any. So they'll stop accepting them on May 8th.
That was huge around Christmas time for like my stepmom who passed away a few months ago. Excuse me. I take that at Christmas time. You get this candles, you get this, everything in there is always kind of the go-to for Christmas gifts for the for folks.
You feel bad though, man. I mean, you think about it. Stores like Bed Bath and Beyond, they've been staples forever.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but you can go back to the department stores. Sears and Roebuck is struggling. You have
Pennies.
Sears
is no longer.
I guarantee Jackson Ben have not heard of it. He's not heard of any of those.
I have.
You have heard of those?
3 minutes.
Blockbuster,
Kmart,
RIP.
Kmart.
Yep, no Kmart.
Well, one of my first jobs was with Dillard's, who was Diamonds, who became Dillard's.
Montgomery Ward,
Yeah.
gone.
Kmart, gone. Blue Light Specials, nowhere to be.
I think there's still some Kmart.
I think you're right. There's. I think they're back east, like Pennsylvania, Ohio, someplace in there.
Well, Amazon has definitely replaced a lot of those. And then when the COVID hit, the Bed Bath & Beyond really struggled.
They did.
And then they never quite recovered with all the employees. And then on top of that, Amazon Prime pretty much conquering all in reference to that.
Coca-Cola enjoyed a strong quarter with one notable exception, and that has to do with Powerade and Body Armor as the volume has decreased 1%. They weren't expecting that. Everybody's promoting all the sports drinks, and that one's not doing quite well. Either Powerade or Body Armor. Body Armor is one of their new ones as they go up against Gatorade in that
2
category.
minutes.
But then there's like Cocoa 5 that Charles Barkley and Devin Booker owns. You're starting to see that in Fry's and Sprouts and
More and
places
more.
like that. So they're having a lot of success. But Coca-Cola, they own 15% of Body Armor, but they're hoping to buy the rest of it.
Always been a Gatorade guy from the get-go. I did think the Powerade was just too sweet, too sugary for me.
I like the Powerade Zero.
I never tried that. I just go with the regular Great Fierce. That's it, man. I did about 3 or 4 of those a week.
Do you drink that when you're playing golf?
Yeah, I do actually.
Get those electrolytes.
That's what I do. Yep.
Then
Powerade,
mix in
Gatorade.
maybe a White Claw in there, or a High Noon, or a
Staying hydrated with the
Neutral, or
electrolytes.
whatever.
Right?
it
We
may
always
be.
have birdie juice with us, just in case.
You know, that's the first time you've ever told us that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jack Fire.
Yes. It goes great with your Bad Birdie shirt.
Thank you. Are you going to rag this shirt like you
Yeah.
rag the other one?
I don't get it, man. I just this one's
One
not bad
minute?
because it looks like it's pressed. Like you still got you took it. You actually went to dry cleaner with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
also,
just-
The other one looked nice.
well, we
No.
hope you hang them up. Well, the thing is that's going to come back. Sooner or later, that shirt's going to come back.
Come back.
Yeah, it will.
I don't know when.
eventually.
Like it's like Hawaiian.
Is that so?
Hey, the random fact today brought to you by the Valley Chevy Dealers. When you're shopping for a newer certified used vehicle, you need to go to the Valley Chevy Dealers today. There are 13 dealers in the Valley.
30
offering
seconds.
Best deals and offers on trucks, crossovers, SUVs, and cars. TheValleyChevy.com. You go to rockmanuch.com, you click on the Valley Chevy tab, you'll get a preview on how you can win a 75-inch smart TV beginning next Monday. We are going to start a new Text and Win program
10 seconds.
with Valley Chevy, and you can win yourself a 75-inch big screen TV. Looking forward to that. Hour number 3 is coming up with Tim Kempton and Frank Sanders.
Hey Arizona, if you're shopping for a new or certified used vehicle, visit any one of your 13 Valley Chevy dealers for the best deals and offers on trucks, crossovers, SUVs, and cars. The Silverado is the #1 best-selling full-size light-duty pickup, so check it out during truck season going on now at your Valley Chevy dealers or visit valleychevy.com. Based on S&G Global Mobility 2022 calendar year end, U.S. new vehicle registrations using GM custom retail registration type in the GM half-ton large pickup segments.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts. Plus, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B every Thursday at one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks locations. Get to your favorite Twin Peaks lodge today.
Listening to this station on your free iHeartRadio app could put $5,000 in your pocket.
No way! Are you kidding me?
Open your app and search this station to be instantly qualified for the cash.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all the music, radio, and podcasts you love.
I'm Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer. When it comes to your personal injury case, I'm straight to the point. I'll answer your call. No BS.
Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer. Call 1-800-ANTI-LAWYER.
I'd rather ride a bike with my kids
Faster!
than ride in an ambulance.
I'd rather have a catch with my dog Curtis than catch pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like heart disease, asthma, or diabetes, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Learn more at Prevnar20.com. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. Priority is driving reach. Boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting from the Superbook.com studio. Superbook Sports, now live. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Clippers star Kawhi Leonard's status for Game 5 of the Suns is uncertain after he sat out today's practice to get treatment on his right knee. The Diamondbacks tab Tommy Henry for the start as they open their series against Kansas City. They'll pitch former D-backs farmhand Brad Keller. The Cardinals are hosting an NFL draft watch party outside of State Farm Stadium on Thursday. They hold the number 3 overall pick. And the Jets and Packers are finalizing a trade that sends Aaron Rodgers to New York. 5 of this year's draft picks, including their first rounders, plus a conditional 2024 second rounder to Green Bay, are exchanging hands. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the nationwide keyword WIN at foxsports910.com. That's WIN at foxsports910.com.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For clear skies with those temperatures dipping down into those mid-60s. And then for your Tuesday, a breezy day on tap with temperatures right around 90 degrees with plenty of sun. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 5-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
Time for the top local and national stories of the hour. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Bet big on your favorite teams and players in an environment that's as exciting as the game you're watching. There's no better place in the Valley to get in on the action.
You guys are hot?
The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar. Now, guys, what's your top story this hour?
Well, all offseason in the NFL, you've been hearing about Aaron Rodgers. Where will he play next? When will he play? When are they going to get the deal done with the Jets? Well, they did. They did. The 39-year-old is now officially a New York Jet as the two sides finalized their deal today, ending a long saga on where and whether Aaron Rodgers will even be playing in 2023 and beyond. So here's the trade compensation. Jets get Aaron Rodgers, the number 15th pick, the number 5th pick, and then the Packers get the 13th pick overall, and then the second-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and a conditioned 2024 second-round pick, which can become a first-round pick if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the plays. So what a usual offseason for Aaron Rodgers, kind of. From the darkness retreat to if he's going to play, not play, because when he emerged from the darkness, everybody wanted to know, all right, well, are you going to play or you're not going to play?
And look at this. He's going to have to deal with Zach Wilson, who came out and said, come on. You missed the point. He's going to have to deal with Zach Wilson, who came out and said earlier, well, if I'm going to compete for the starting quarterback job, that guy better be ready.
That's not to do about anything, Jimmy.
Zach Wilson, come on.
Nothing to do about anything.
So what are you going to do with him? You're going to dump him?
No, you're not. Well, I'll tell you what.
Why wouldn't you?
He's your back. He's a kid you drafted 2 years ago.
He's awful. I would try to find somebody else.
But to save face, the Jets will probably hold on to him.
You think they have to save face now that they just got Rodgers?
Absolutely. But okay, they're going to go. So if they trade, number one, who's going to want Zach Wilson?
Now that's a good question.
Yeah, who's going to want him?
I know.
His value is they'd rather go after Trey Lance.
XFL.
They'd go after Trey Lance. They go after Trey Lance of the 49ers versus go after Zach Wilson if they're going to make a trade.
Right. What I'm pretty kind of puzzled here is why is it that the Jets were the only team in the mix for Aaron Rodgers? They just want to deal with this crap because the Raiders, they released Derek Carr, and then of course they end up getting Jimmy Garoppolo. But the Saints, they needed a quarterback. I mean, they were all, who ended up getting Derek Carr. But there was is it the money? I mean, does it really matter in the NFL? They all have money.
You got to remember, Aaron Rodgers had hinted if he wanted to go anywhere, it'd be with the New York Jets. Yeah, he'd hinted that. He kind of opened Pandora's box with that. Yeah. So I think that with his contract, and he also, I thought made it very clear he did not want to go back to Green Bay. I think the Packers also had a mutual unspoken agreement with him.
I'm with you.
That if you're going to be that way, then okay, maybe we just part. And I think what Aaron Rodgers did, he looked at the marketplace out there and felt, if I'm going to go anywhere, who has the best chance to at least go to the playoffs and maybe the Super Bowl, but had the kind of offense and team. So he looked at the OC, that being for the Jets, looked at the offense, looked at the weapons they had. They went and got Lazard and to add to that. Yep. You got Garrett Wilson. You talk about Breece Hall coming off the knee injury. Right. So there's a lot of things that match up where he'd want to go if he's going to go anywhere from that standpoint. And I really quite frankly felt that I thought the Packers were somewhat holding him hostage with their demands for the early on. But now I think they went, you know what? We're good to go. We got the draft coming up. We get these particular picks. We can live with them. We can build on them. And from their standpoint, the Packers, I don't know who their backup quarterback is going to be to love now.
Later this week, we're going to have Nick Lowry on the show, former New York Jet. I wonder if he's going to be a little upset.
Why is that?
He wore number 8.
Oh, look at you over there.
Aaron Rodgers is going to wear number 8 because of Joe Namath owning number 12. He wore that at Cal, and he didn't wear it for the Packers because Ryan Longwell, the kicker at the time, had been there for somewhat of 8 years and owns all the records here in Green Bay as a kicker. So I'm very anxious to talk to Nick Lowry on Wednesday and say, Nick, I mean, do you have a problem with Aaron Rodgers wearing your number 8?
Well, here's the thing that Joe Namath has basically said, has been reported by ProFootballTalk.com.
Right.
He would give the blessing to Aaron Rodgers for number 12. And I would think that Nick Lowry, one of the best NFL kickers of all time, would give the blessing for Aaron Rodgers wear number 8 if he so.
He wore three seasons, though, man. It's a long time.
Yeah, he did.
What do? You mean you have those jerseys that are framed and you take them down? Because Aaron Rodgers is going to take that number to a whole nother level. I mean, sales are going to go crazy. But here's the thing. You save some money.
Yeah.
Just go out and buy some old Lowry jerseys.
Yeah.
Take the name off.
Manuch, what number were you?
I was number 10 at K-State, number 11, double aces at Buffalo.
All right. Yeah. Did anybody take your number after you left?
Every year.
Wide right.
There's 2 of them. Yeah,
I'm glad that Wide right was wearing that number when he made that gig. That's not a good indication they're wearing that number 11.
Ooh.
We saw Wide right. But, you know what? It's interesting. Look at some of the numbers that haven't been retired. Why the hell haven't the Raiders retired number 12, Kenny Stabler's number?
I'm with you on that.
That number's still out there. It's still there. I know that 15, I believe it's retired by the Green Bay Packers with Bart Starr. Some of them out there. But, hey, Joe Willie says, hey, look, if you want it, it's yours. And then when you retire, we'll send it back to the Raptors.
Yeah.
No. Dude, what if it doesn't work out? What if Aaron Rodgers takes over the 7-10 team and wins 8 games and doesn't get into playoffs?
So what? He's allowed to
give up his number?
No, until he's done playing Rock.
Doesn't matter. You should know. Your number's retired. When your number's retired, and he should have respect for the Jets and the history. Not that there's a lot of history, but they're they've been the championship twice.
The last history they had, I think, was when O'Neal was the quarterback. Many, even at the playoffs, when the Jets. It's been a long time. They snipped the Super Bowl.
They went to the AFC Championship game twice when they had Mark Sanchez as their quarterback.
That's true.
Okay. And they were close, but they didn't get there.
Yeah, the era of Broadway Joe, can Aaron Rodgers bring that back to light?
They don't have much history at all. Let's just be honest. They have the 1968 AFL Championship, which they beat the Oakland Raiders. So they got 1 win there. And then, of course, the 1 Super Bowl against Baltimore. But they have 4 division championship, 68, 69, 98 under Bill Parcells, and in 2002 with Herm Edwards. That is it.
Yeah.
You could almost make a case without the Cardinals. At least they don't have a championship in the Super Bowl, but they're both at the same level.
It's
both pretty bad history.
Right, yeah.
If they're laying the groundwork out on Broadway that the next Broadway Joe's coming to Manhattan, the Big Apple, they're wrong. He's just not that persona. He's just not that outgoing guy that Joe Willie was. Joe Willie was part of the scene. He was, and he was single too.
He was
as an Aaron Rodgers.
He was part of the scene, all right. In fact, he got threatened by the commissioner. He had a bar called Bachelor's 3 that a lot of gambling was taking place, and he had mafia people hanging out there, and the commissioner of the NFL said, close it.
That was Pete Rozelle.
It was.
You don't want to hang out with those kind of individuals. Yep. But that was Broadway Joe, man.
I know, man.
He was that guy. But
so I'll never forget. We were doing our show. We launched our own beer. This is probably 5 years ago.
Okay. Yep.
At a brewery that no longer is in existence. Okay.
Because of
they made like a Hefeweizen for us, right? It was on a different station we were on.
All right.
And I'll never forget. Me, Manuch, and Crespin were doing our show from there, launching this new beer, and we had Joe Namath on the program. And you would have thought Manuch met Jesus because he would not let John and I get in one word at all. It's like, welcome, hey Joe, welcome to the show, Roc and Manuch. Hey Joe, hey, I played in Buffalo. And I was a quarterback. I was a backup under Joe Ferguson. So he had to get that across. And I just took a headset off and I walked and had a beer.
And I thank you for doing that, Rock. I said, I got it, guys.
Yeah.
I brought up A Matter of Style, his book you had.
You brought up the mink coat,
the book, and I said, Joe, I can't wait for tomorrow because I get better looking every day. He goes, you did read the book. I said, Joe, come on, man.
3 minutes.
You were our idol. We had your posters, your poster up in my sister's room when you had the 2-bar face mask and you were jumping in the air and throwing. We had that shot and this and that. He was in town for an AIM conference, and it was like end of June or something like that. But I got to tell you what, Rock, thank you for basically allowing me to control that interview.
Well,
and I had my moment.
And you've been fortunate because we've kind of figured that out over the last 18 years. When I had Mike Schmidt on, and Harry Callis, I mean, those were two big ones for me that I really enjoyed. So
I sat back, let you have your fun.
You let me have my fun, and anything to do with Ohio U, I was always having a good time with. Hey, Suns closed out the Clippers on Saturday afternoon. They will have another shot on Tuesday, home at Game 5. Hopefully we'll get off to a better start. We're going to catch up with Suns radio color analyst Tim Kempton. Will break it all down as we continue from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. To Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
It all starts April 27th.
Welcome, football fans.
3 days.
This is an exciting night.
259 names. And one place that will cover all the action. The first round kicks off at 5 p.m. right here on Fox Sports 910.
Valley Traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
Still working to clear an earlier crash involving a big rig jackknife semi eastbound 202 Santan Freeway east of the 101. Traffic being forced into the HOV and the left lane. Wreck in Phoenix on Sky Harbor Boulevard just west of I-10. You can avoid that delay by taking Buckeye Road or even 16th Street. Crash Verrado Way and Yuma Road. I'm Lee Powell, Valley Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Join Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B Thursdays at one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks locations. The guys broadcast live from 1 to 5 Valley locations. And tune in at 2:45 for Peaks Picks, your chance to win a Twin Peaks man card. It's Guys Live every Thursday at Twin Peaks.
Golfers, tee it up at Van's Golf Shops for the hottest new arrivals from Titleist. Check out the new Pro V1 golf balls designed for longer distance, more consistency, and unrivaled control. Swing by Van's Golf Shops and Elevate your game with the new TSR Woods. Engineered faster, longer, and straighter. Come in and get custom fit for free today. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, unmatched expertise, unmatched service.
Any car dealer in Arizona can compete on price. That's what dealers do. But not many dealers can compete on customer satisfaction. Like Wright Toyota. Make the right choice. Wright Toyota in Scottsdale, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and online at wrighttoyota.com.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. It's why they won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant in all 7 Barrio Queen locations. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants and stuff.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could have a whole section for ferns. Here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Aaron Rodgers is going from the Packers to the Jets, who are swapping a total of 5 2023 draft picks, including their first rounders, plus a conditional 2024 second rounder to Green Bay. The Suns can advance to the West semifinals with a win against the Clippers in tomorrow's Game 5 at home. ASU baseball up 3 in the latest USA Today coaches poll to 18th after taking 2 of 3 against Oregon State over the weekend. I'm Frank Arity.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Part of the Phoenix Suns NBA Finals team, NBA and Suns color analyst Tim Kempton now joins the Roc and Manuch show on Fox Sports 910 on FM at 99.9 HD2.
Craig saves it, 5 to shoot. Paul, quick as a cat, the former Clipper. And now Booker wide open for a 3. Timeout, Ty Lue. Extra chances.
How about Devin Booker, Kevin Durant combined for 61 points to put the Suns ahead 3-1 against the Clippers in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Joining us now, as he always does, nice enough to make time for us, and that's Tim Kempton, the Suns color analyst and former NBA star. How are we doing today, Tim? What's going on?
No, doing well. Enjoying being back in the Valley, waiting for Game 5 to roll around, and enjoying watching these other games that are going on.
Are we going to see a game here soon where the Suns can just dominate from the beginning and just blow a team out? It just, I think a lot of Suns fans are hoping for that type of game, and we just haven't seen it. You know, I think going in, you lose your top 2 guys for the Clips. Suns should have been able to manhandle these guys.
What do you think this is? The middle of January?
Yes.
42? It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
Blowout. The LA Clippers are not going anywhere. You got Russell Westbrook playing at a very high level. He's dragging these guys along with him. Vici Zubac and Mason Plumlee are two of the biggest guys in the NBA. And then you got Bones Highland, Terrence Mann. All these guys are playing hard. They're not. Here's the thing. They've had this situation all year long without Kawhi and without Paul George. They're used to playing like this, and they made it to the 5th position in the Western Conference standings to get into the playoffs. This team they're tough, they're physical, they're very well coached, and hey, Suns went out and got two wins on the road. Do you want to blow out? How about we just win 4 games and move on? Huh? How about that?
There you go. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So, Tim, I guess for a lot of Sun, you talk about Westbrook and just he's had 2 phenomenal games. I'm saying, is just there no way to stop him going to the rim? I mean, if he's the guy, what do you do? How do you do it? Or are you just going to let him get his?
He is the most competitive player in the NBA. There is no one else in the league. And you can say LeBron, you can say anybody you want. There is no one else in the league that competes as hard as Russell Westbrook. And he's still very explosive. He's still very talented. He can get to the rim. So, no, you just have to play him the way you're playing straight up. Prefer that he shoots a pull-up jump shot. When he gets his feet underneath him and he doesn't hesitate from behind the arc, he's shooting a high percentage. The second he hesitates from behind the arc or in that mid-range area, you've got the shot that you want to take. The way to play him, first and foremost, don't give him transition bucket. If he gets the ball off the glass, you have to corral him with two people. You can't let him go one-on-one because he's going to get to the rim and he's probably going to get a foul call too. So Russell Westbrook is still the best competitor in the league.
I'm with you 100% on that. The other big talking point, and I tried to give a different angle on it, so now I want to ask a guy who played the game at the level that you played, Tim, and that's the minutes factor. People are talking about, well, Durant's playing so many minutes, Booker's playing so many minutes. My point is, it's the playoffs. Durant missed 3/4 of the season anyway. Booker's 26 years old. He can run all day and all night. Are you a minutes guy, or are you a guy that say, hey, look, this is what we live, breathe, eat, drink, sleep is basketball?
Yeah, this is the playoffs. And in today's day and age, I talked about this with someone else the other day. They have massage therapists. They have Nortec boots. They've got all this equipment in the practice facility. They had an extra day off between the last game and this one. They're fine. Like you said, this is the time of year that you want to play every minute of every game. TV timeouts, Monty using his timeouts, game stoppages. There's plenty of way to get these guys rest. End of quarter, take them out with a minute. That turns into 5 or 6 minutes rest. Going into the next quarter. So, no, I'm not worried about the minutes. Would I like to see the bench play a bigger role? Yes, because I thought they were balanced and their depth was good during the season, and they've gone away from it. Hopefully, if they win this series, they can get back to a little bit more of a rotation, and that starts with getting Cameron Payne back. Let's not forget that Cameron Payne hasn't played in this series at all, so there's a big factor. Those other guys feed off Cameron Payne, the Josh Okogis, the Torrey Craigs, Jock Landell, and everything. So it may be, a little bit of a waterfall effect with Cameron Payne not playing, affecting these other guys' minutes as well.
Jim, I had a chance to listen to the majority of the second half, driving around last night, and you talk about KD, the 31 points, 11 rebounds. I think you alluded to the point of where with the minutes, you're starting to see the Kevin Durant that the Suns bought. It looks like he's comfortable. He's playing his game. Might have taken him a while, but it looked like he was hitting on all cylinders for the first time in 12 games for the Suns team.
Yeah, and you got to remember that he's only played in the regular season 8 games. Now these games in the playoffs. So every competitive scenario that you put him in with this group, they're all just going to get better. I mean, you look at the balance in that starting five. It's unbelievable. The rebounding, the buckets, the efficiency, the shooting percentage, the assists are still there. So, I think, he's an easy plug and play because of his talents and his basketball IQ and the other guys around him, Chris Paul and Devin Booker, most notably, even Torrey Craig in that situation. But, yeah, I think every game they're going to get more comfortable and it'll become, even more enjoyable to watch.
So, Tim, you're saying you think the Suns are feeling it right now as a team now, getting some more time together?
Yeah, I think they're feeling very good. You split the first 2 games with them, then you go and win 2 tough games on the road. You come back, you have an opportunity to close it out, 4-1 on your home court in the first round of the playoffs. I think they are feeling good, feeling very confident, happy with the way they're playing and the way these games are going.
I want to ask you about the play down low on the block, and you referenced Mason Plumlee, how well he's been playing. He's been playing better than Zubac has. And Devin, not Devin, DeAndre Ayton, thank you. DeAndre Ayton is doing okay against him, but what else could he do which would be more beneficial to the Suns on the block, Tim?
Well, what could happen is when he rotates to close out on a guard that got beat off the dribble coming down the middle of the lane, one of those guards can crack down on Mason Plumlee. That's what he can do. I totally disagree. If you watch the film, DeAndre is playing exceptionally well. Every time that he's one-on-one with Mason or Zubac, he's holding his own, getting rebounds. I mean, he's the only one he's the only one out of the three averages a double-double in this series and double-figure rebounds in this. I think DeAndre is doing exceptionally well, at his position and guarding those guys when it's one-on-one. That's the beauty of DeAndre Ayton. He doesn't just guard the bigs. If there's a switch on the perimeter, he'll jump out on that. If there's a guy coming down the middle, he steps up, makes them make a pass. You always just want to make them make one more pass and see if the defense can get a hand, if it can get a stop, if it forces them to take a shot that they're not comfortable with. So, yes, Zubac and Mason Plumlee are big. They're strong. But they don't leave that 5-foot ring around the basket where DeAndre does. So DeAndre's play, I think, has been phenomenal in this series in everything that the Suns have asked him to do.
Is there a reason that we're not seeing Jock Landale? Did they just think Biyombo is a better matchup right now against the Clippers?
I guess so, and it has played out well. The guy that we talked most about is you watch anytime Bismack Biyombo jumps on a switch on Russell Westbrook, he passes the ball. Russell Westbrook does not want to have anything to do with Bismack Biyombo. He, again, is one of those guys that has the ability to jump out and play multiple positions. So to switch on that pick and roll and doesn't get exposed, and then his shot blocking has definitely been something that's been good for the Phoenix Suns. They haven't needed all that offense from Jock Landale, as he's a better offensive player than Bismack, because the starters and the first five are doing such a good job. And when he's out there, Monty's keeping two starters on the floor with him, whether it be Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul. So he's not, if he catches on a pick and roll, Bismack or an offensive putback. But, right now they like his defense matchup against the Clippers better than Jock Landale.
As Tim Kempton, always nice to us to give us some time to talk some Phoenix Suns. We'll be back at it tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Tim, thank you so much. Have a good day off. We'll talk to you down the road.
Guys. Talk to you soon.
So 7 o'clock tomorrow. Of course, Tim and John Bloom and the rest of the crew, they do a nice job. TNT, Valley Sports Arizona will have the call. Currently, the Suns are 11.5-point favorite.
Wow.
Phoenix is a minus 750 on the money line. LA is a plus 525, and the over-under the game is set right now at 224.5. That courtesy of the Sportsbook right here at Casino Arizona. So good stuff there. He's brought to you by All City Towing as they continue to hire. They got new vehicles, so they need more people to drive. That's right. New vehicles, so they're already a huge fleet. Head to allcitytowing.com. That's allcitytowing.com. Just search careers. So what are the Cardinals going to do at the third pick? Are they going to trade down? It's draft week. We're going to get a reaction from former Cardinals wide receiver Frank Sanders. He's next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here on Fox Sports 910.
What's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix?
That long rumored deal between the Jets and the Packers has reportedly been finalized. That will see Aaron Rodgers play in New York. The Cardinals are hosting an NFL draft watch party outside of State Farm Stadium on Thursday. Right now they hold the third overall pick. Clippers star Kawhi Leonard's status for Game 5 versus the Suns is uncertain right now. He sat out today's practice to get treatment on his right knee. The Diamondbacks tab Tommy Henry for the start as they open their series against AL Central bottom dweller Kansas City. They pitched former D-backs farmhand Brad Keller in the game. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For clear skies with those temperatures dipping down into those mid-60s, and then for your Tuesday, a breezy day on tap with temperatures right around 90 degrees with plenty of sun. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts. Plus, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B every Thursday at one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks locations. Get to your favorite Twin Peaks lodge today.
Truck season is going on now at your Valley Chevy dealers. Great offers going on now on trucks, SUVs, crossovers, and cars. See your Valley Chevy dealers for great deals happening right now during truck season, or visit valleychevy.com. That's valleychevy.com.
Are you living paycheck to paycheck only to find yourself going backwards financially each month? Nobody wants to file bankruptcy, but at many times, it's the best choice. The credit industry wants you to believe that bankruptcy is bad and that it will destroy your credit forever, but that's just not true. In most cases, filing bankruptcy can improve your credit. At Lerner Rowe Law Group, our bankruptcy lawyers only work on bankruptcy cases, and we can file your bankruptcy with $0 down.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
A homeowner just like you decides to fix his roof.
Okay.
He backs up his truck, ties one end of the rope to the bumper and the other to himself.
Smart.
He's working on the back side of the roof until...
What? Wait, no.
Yes, Dad was in tow.
Ooh, was he hurt?
A few bruises and his pride.
Save yourself with State 48 Roofing, offering maintenance, repairs, and replacements. Of course, licensed, insured, and bonded. From residential to commercial. State48roofing.com.
I'm Byron Brown, personal injury attorney. Can you tell by the music that I'm educated and experienced? How about now? Can you tell I'm tough and I'll fight for you? That I'm down to kick it with y'all? That's a bunch of bullshit. When it comes to your personal injury case, I'm straight to the point. I'll answer your call. No BS. I'm Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer.
Duke Sports Grill on Miller and McDowell. 12 pool tables and 3 shuffleboard tables.
Duke's Miller and McDowell.
Oldest draft beer in town.
Duke's Miller and McDowell.
3 patios right on the greenbelt. 1 non-smoking. Duke's Miller and McDowell. More than 60 TVs playing your favorite sports.
Duke's Miller and McDowell.
Saturdays and Sundays, your old Bloody Mary bar. Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
Where? Dukes! Miller and McDowell! Scottsdale!
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
He played 8 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals. The Sandman.
It is caught! Touchdown Auburn! Sanders caught it! Touchdown Auburn! Touchdown Auburn!
Frank Sanders joins Calling All Sports.
You guys are hot.
And Manuch, now on Fox Sports 910.
Frank Sanders now on the right to the guest line as we're coming to you live from Casino, Arizona. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B. How you making out today? Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, brother. Good to hear you guys' voice, man. Had a great weekend up in at Cliff Castle Rock Casino this past weekend, man, at a charity golf tournament that supported the Phoenix Children's Hospital. Good times. I think we came in third to dash.
So, not a lot of birdies out there, so you guys are pretty sober, huh?
Yeah, they told me the sponsor was going to be heavy hitters. They were great. It was a great tournament, man. Just going up in altitude and trying to figure out which way to put that ball, left or right, back to the valley or towards those beautiful red rocks. It wasn't easy to figure out.
Do you putt faster on higher altitude?
You know what? Say it one more time. I'm gonna jump through the phone. Say it one more time.
I bet you're the best looking guy out there, though. I no question.
Nice
right?
recovery, Rock.
Yeah,
Nice recovery.
best dressed golf ride, though, Frank Sanders. So, Frank, what do you got going for draft day? You guys doing anything? What are you doing this week? Are you doing anything for Go PHNX?
I'm gonna miss that window of time, brother. I'm actually going back to Atlanta. Auburn has a tournament out there for the Tigers Unlimited. We're going to get a chance to play East Lake. I can take my time out there, Rock, because they're buying the course out, so it should be on the clock. But it's going to be a great time.
Oh wow! Back to Atlanta, that'd be fun.
Well, the memories that are back there at with the Auburn Tiger Cat. What do you remember the most about your draft day there, Frank? Second rounder that you were going to the Arizona Cardinals way back in 1995.
And did they recruit you?
And did you know you were going to Cardinals?
You know what's funny about that? Dave Atkins caught me at the Senior Bowl and saw me. We just got done practicing. We was getting ready to go into the locker room. He caught me on changing my shoes out. Dave Atkins at the time was a former offensive coordinator. He said, "Hey man, I just want to let you know that guy back there by the goalpost really likes you." And I was like, "What guy?" And he said, "Look over there." And it was Buddy Ryan leaning up against the post, and he says he likes you a lot. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. We'll see how it all plays out, but keep doing what you're doing. And then, of course, on draft day, the Cardinals had the 46th pick. Dallas Cowboys had the 45th pick. And Rock, would you believe it? There was a guy from Dallas in my house at the time, and I thought I was going to Dallas. But at the time, Dallas chose running back from Alabama, Sherman Williams. And next thing you know, my phone rings, and Dave Atkins was on the phone and said, "Hey, Frank, I told you, man, we want to get you. I'm looking forward to having you here with the Arizona Cardinals. You're going to make a big splash with us."
I'm just curious, Frank. What was your reaction? Because now we get a chance to see the reaction play out on live TV. Back then, that wasn't the case. What was your reaction?
Arizona who and where?
Yeah. Where's Phoenix? Yeah. Where the hell's Phoenix?
Right. Where's Phoenix? It was the Phoenix Cardinals at the time, honestly. Crazy thing about it was that I just, you grow up in South Florida, Miami. A lot of teams on the back east is definitely Miami, Washington Redskins, or you get the Pittsburgh Steelers. My dad was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I had not heard much about the Arizona Cardinals or previously before that, the St. Louis Cardinals. So when they said they was going to draft me, of course, the coach comes up and says, "Hey, this guy likes you." He says, "Buddy Ryan likes you." So I said, "Okay, I know Buddy Ryan because he was with Philadelphia Eagles for years, and you knew about the stellar defense and who they were under his head." But when he said that, I was really surprised. Funny thing about it on draft day, I walked through the hallway and I said, "God, I don't care where you send me. Send me someplace warm and a team that needs me, and I'll be happy." And lo and behold, I came to the hottest team on the planet, and Buddy Ryan had got rid of all three of his starting receivers the year before I got here, and before Rob Moore got here. That was Randall the Thrill Hill, Ricky Prohl, and Reggie Sanders was the guys that was the three starting receivers at the time. But when I got here, they had traded their first round pick for Rob Moore, and then they got me. And I'm going to tell you something. My desire at that time would have been to go to 49ers. And the only reason why is because I wanted to learn from Jerry Rice, but I couldn't have had a better mentor or, teammate in Rob Moore and Anthony Edwards.
Frank Sanders here on Fox Sports 910. Frank, there's a lot of things that have been said over the years with the Cardinals organization and being, I'll be blunt, and that is, they're cheap. They were cheap. Now, was that the case when you got drafted? I mean, did you have to buy your own T-shirt, your own golf shirt? I mean, your own shorts? I mean, what was that? You could tell us now how that all went down, because I know that's all been fixed, but it was pretty bad there for a while, wasn't it?
You can come clean now, Frank.
Yeah.
Man, I've come clean about this story 1,000 times, and it was surprising. But I mean, again, you don't know much. Again, I'm a rookie. I'm with there. I just got drafted, and I think that's one of the most happiest moments that you can ever have as an athlete or as a football player or any player. I would say on any level. Once you get drafted by a team, NBA, MLB. I came into the Cardinals. They brought me in after I got drafted. I flew in the next day. I had a
Southwest. Was it Southwest? Did you get it at first class or was it coach? American. Come on, be honest. Was it Eastern Airlines or what was it?
Eastern was around. Yeah.
Hey, look, I could have took a train. I got drafted, but it was not. I got drafted. That's better. That's the best side of being drafted is that, and you're in the second round, so you know you got a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Right, you got a little bit of money coming. So I don't remember the flight. I don't remember any of that. Really don't. Funny thing about it is, I just remember, I got here and they said we're going to Kim was Paul Jensen was the head guy in media relations at that time. You guys remember Paul? And Paul said, we're going to walk you around the facilities and we're going to bring you into our media room. All of 5 people was there at that time. Since we had a media, we was a Mongol and media outlets at that time in '95. So, but the fun thing about it was, I did the interview. They gave me a hat and a polo. I did the interview. I got done. When I got done with rookie camp, my first week they gave me a check, and on my check was deduction of hat and polo at that time. So that was that.
Wow.
That was it at the time.
Frank, you've told us that story multiple times, and I just every time I hear it, it just drives me bonkers because they were so hands-on.
I think you learn something, man. That's the funny part about it is, right? Like every organization is different. Every organization is different. And I had to learn that. I remember one of the guys saying, man, when guys that came from other places and came to our team, they just thought that it was weird and different, weird on how we ran certain things here when it became the shoes or how we was issued certain paraphernalia, things like that. It was totally different. And, but I can say, of course, you're absolutely right. That was years ago. Dad ran things totally different.
Yeah.
Mike has taken on a totally different leadership. And it blows my mind to even think that this is considered the 31st, team in the NFL. That blows my mind knowing that how far this organization has come from when I was here in 95 to 2001 to where they are now in 2023 and to be voted as a 31st.
What was your takeaway with the new uniforms that were revealed on Thursday night?
I actually liked them. I mean, I as a former player, I remember what they used to be. So I remember what they used to be. And to now, it's like going from, boot wash platform pants, man, to, now you can wear skinny jeans. Now you got skinny jeans and a shirt that match. I'm a fan of that now.
Look, I can vouch for that because when I first called Frank's number,
3 minutes,
it was, I forget it, 98, 99 in that area. I came in and did the Bills and the Cardinals at ASU Stadium. And
Doug Flutie-led Bills.
It was Doug Flutie-led Bills. Frank and I had this conversation. Doug, I remember, serves me correctly, he lit the Cardinals up pretty good that day.
He did. Unfortunately, he did. It was, I don't know if we had on the same color uniforms at that time because back in the day, our uniform actually had the flag and it was like the royal blue, yellow, and red came out of it. And we had royal blue like lining in our uniforms at that time. But they've changed and gone. I think Mike has done a good job of trying to listen to the public. Of course, there's always things you can do. This is one of the oldest franchises, in the history of the NFL. And you got to take that in consideration. It's similar to the mindset that they take when it comes to Alabama, Auburn, or LSU. Some of those uniforms would never change. Notre Dame,
2 minutes,
State, they will never change, and that's just the way it is. Look at USC; they will never change, and I think that's one of the things to watch how Mike has tried to evolve and still keep, that cardinal bird being, that logo and what it means to the family of the Big Wheels is to maintain the integrity of that and the history of how long the team has been part of the NFL.
Frank, if they don't trade that pick down, it references that Will Anderson Jr. with the Cardinals' third pick. Are you tempted to trade that down? Or you want to take that bad boy for a so-called once-in-a-generational type of defensive end / pass rusher?
I like what Will brings to the table. There happens to be, which is beautifully a good thing right now, a premium on being a great defensive end and realizing what they bring to the table. College football right now there's at least a good four good names that's out there right now that's in the running. They're on the radar, but these guys are still active.
1 minute.
They have good size. They can move up and down the field pretty good. So Will Anderson is the hot name. But I wouldn't be mad if we was able to move to get better collateral. And then also, still find a defensive end or a defensive lineman, because we really need that. You need some guys to kind of back up what you already have, in our linebacking core. We need some front four.
Frank, enjoy your time back in Atlanta. Hit him straight. And as always, man, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Safe travels there, big fella.
I appreciate that, brother. Hey, Mark Rock, can I bring you some lemon pepper wings back?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. So there's a place out here, ATL Wings. Have you been there? Atlanta Wings? They're called Atlanta Wings. It's a chain.
Come on, man.
Google it. It's a chain. I'm telling you, they're all throughout the valley. I don't know how many, maybe 3 or 4, but Google Atlanta Wings. There's a chain out here, and I'm curious if they have them there. I'm sure they would, because that's what it's known for, right?
Oh, absolutely. We should go out one day and try them out.
Let's do that. A little sweet tea with that as well. A little sweet tea.
You don't want a sweet tea. I will get a sweet tea. A Lynchburg sweet tea would be nice.
There you go. That's the great Frank Sanders joining us here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. We'll come back with our What's on Tap, as well as our Lerner Row 1 call. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B out here at Casino, Arizona.
Hey, Manuch, I'm going to have you cut some promos for me.
There's a family gathered.
Go for it. All right, thanks.
Motors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Tune in Mondays from 1 to 4 as Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B broadcast live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is sports fans' paradise. That's the Guys, live every Monday from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider, locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Right Toyota, the #1 volume Toyota dealer in the state of Arizona, ensures you a buying experience that will exceed all your expectations. Check it out for yourself. Located just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in Scottsdale and online at righttoyota.com.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe, here to tell you the biggest thing I've learned about insurance companies over the years, and it's really simple. They don't care about you. That's it. Insurance companies are publicly traded companies who have an obligation to their shareholders to deliver profits. They have teams of investigators, adjusters, and lawyers all working against you from the moment you call them, and they want to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. Hurt in a wreck? Don't be a victim of the insurance companies. Call Lerner and Rowe today.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Hey, babe, what you got there?
This is a check from Carvana. I just sold my car to them. I went online and Carvana gave me an offer right away. Then they just picked up the car and gave me this.
Well, that's a big check. Well, obviously, you could put this towards your next car, or we could finally get that jacuzzi, or I could start taking tuba lessons, or I could quit my job and write my memoir.
Or I can put it towards my next car with Carvana.
Sorry, your check, not mine.
Sell your car to Carvana. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get a real offer in seconds.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. It's the Lerner and Rowe. One call, that's all. Call of the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
4 to shoot now. Paul, three-pointer. Missed it. Booker saves it. Okogie is there. Now Durant on the drive. Durant hangs and scores. Craig saves it. 5 to shoot. Paul, quick as a cat, the former Clipper. And now Booker wide open for a three. Timeout. Ty Lue. Extra chances. Clippers go to their zone.
He was all right.
They show a little soft press back to the zone, but Booker able to come on and snake over to his right hand.
Well, Suns highlights from Saturday afternoon. They'll do it again tomorrow, 7 o'clock at Footprint Arena. Game 5. I almost said 7. Oh, Game 5. There better not be a 7.
Hope that wasn't a 40 and slip there, Ron. Yeah, really.
See that. That won't be good because if they can take care of business tomorrow and Denver does what they need to do, then they'll play on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. So here's what's on tap, which is brought to you by the Roc and Manuch Lager, which is now here at the CAZ Sports Bar. It's also available to you at the Tavern Grill in Scottsdale, which is 88th Street in East Violinda, Arena Sports Grill on Bell and 62nd, and Upper Cross on Cave Creek Road and the 101 next to Costco. But right now, the latest is here at the CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Try it for yourself. That's the Roc and Manuch Lager by Huss Brewing Company. Tomorrow we'll be at a Barrio Tempe, the Barrio Queen in Tempe, thanks to El Bandino Tequila Yankee. As every Tuesday, it's a Tequila Tuesday or a Taco Tuesday at Barrio Queen. Will be at Tempe Marketplace tomorrow.
Guys, our State 48 Roofing, it's your call question of the day, which you can still go to at Roc and Manuch on Twitter and vote. Who had the much-needed bigger game in Saturday's Suns win over the Clippers? Was it KD? Was it DA? Was it CP3 or D-Book? As I mentioned, still go to at Roc and Manuch on Twitter. Currently, CP3 with the 19 points and clutch fourth quarter at 44.4%. Second was DeAndre Ayton, 15 points, 13 rebounds. And then D-Book just staying hot at 22.2%.
DA was strong in that first half.
Yeah, he was.
He really was. Yeah. I mean, he really made a difference there. And at CP3, he was playing, you're not going to get 4 really good quarters out of him. But if you could just get one like he did in that
if you get the fourth quarter consistently, that'll work.
He'll take it. And KD and D-Book will just continue doing what they're doing, get their 30-plus points. And 8 to 10 rebounds, whatever it may be.
Well, so they've gone combined with 65 points. 65. That's what 60, you and I talked
63,
about. They got 65,
and 61,
63, and now 61. Yep. So God forbid any one of those two get hurt. So hopefully they keep keep them in bubble wrap in between. But again, when you get 9 points from your bench, you can see why they're playing a lot of minutes. And I don't think they're strenuous minutes. I think a lot of you mentioned this, Rucker, a lot of the pundits are making so much about it. You see him jogging up and down. They pace themselves.
They do.
And I thought CP3 paced himself. He looked strong with a put-back three-pointer, step-back three-pointer. Looked like effortless three-pointer. Hit the other three-pointer. But he looked good. He looked strong. He looked rested. But I think for these guys playing a lot of minutes, they get a day off, and you get treatment, you get rest. This is that time of year. It's go time, man. For the next month and a half, 2 months, it's all out there on the court. These guys are young. Mm-hmm. They're in great shape.
Yep.
They can go morning, noon, or night if they had to.
I think Kim Kempton made a excellent point when we were discussing that minutes issue. And he said, look, you watch coaches. They take their stars out to give them rest with about a minute left in the quarter. Not only then do they get that minute, but they also get the timeout going through to the end of the quarter, which is generally 4 to 5 minutes before they come back out to start the next quarter.
I was just glad to see DA get some offensive rebounds. And how about the Suns out-rebound?
13.
Offensive rebounds, 14 to I think 11. But that was good. And to see him around the rim for a second shot to put it back in there, pick and roll looked a lot better. But, yeah, I agree, Rock. I think that he was very active that first half. And that second half, he had some key rebounds. But then again, toward the end of that game, the 3 minutes, the offensive rebounding by the Clippers, once again, to get the second chance points for this Clippers team. And to one, Russell Westbrook came into the game until the last, 3 minutes.
You're right.
A special thanks today to Tim Kempton, Frank Sanders, and Craig Fouey from ABC 15. We are coming to you from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Great place to watch all the Major League Baseball games, the NBA and NHL playoffs. And they open at 8 o'clock every day. So if you want to get in your bets, you can do that here. 46 4K flat screens, the Sportsbook with the self-service kiosks, 2-theater quality projection screens. They got it all here at Casino Arizona. So check it out for yourself. Tomorrow, as we mentioned, the Barrio Queen in Tempe. Hope that you'll join us tomorrow for a little El Bandino Yankee Tequila. And just one.
10.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Just one
Not
shot,
two.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Just one. I can only have one.
I tuned in last week.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Got to